it play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to session number 3, right? Yes, session number 3 of our Wrath and Glory Warhammer 40k role-playing game campaign. Whew, by Ulysses, and brought to you in part by Battle Systems. With us, we have all of our players except for Kenny. Kenny will not be joining us today. He will be back next week, though. You can see that everybody's busily scratching stuff down. It's because I just gave them 5 extra build points. I decided last 2 sessions I've given them 5 build points each. But given that this campaign is not going to be super, super long, and also because I felt that they had a bit of a milestone finding their stuff, I decided to give them all 5 more build points. So they're all looking through and seeing if they want to upgrade anything. We're going to go through all their upgrades, new objectives that they created, and we'll recap a bit of what's happened thus far. And then we'll just jump right into it. So announcement-wise, I just want to remind you that first off, this is brought to you by Ulysses. Actually gave us everything that we needed, all the books and cards and everything else like that. And then Battle Systems actually provided a ton of terrain for this as well. And so they are both sponsors to this in a sense, not necessarily paying money, but donating items and stuff. So like product placement and all those fun things. You can check out both of those companies at the links in the video description below. Furthermore, the audio you're going to be hearing, you haven't heard yet, is today is going to be mostly from Sirenscape, but we also have been using tabletopaudio.com quite a bit. And so we're really appreciative to those companies for creating really awesome soundtracks and soundboards for role-playing games, both fantasy and science fiction. So really happy about that. So thank you for that. Do you have a shot there, Colin? Like a main shot? I actually set up a bit of a board here I wanted to show off. I don't know if we'll end up using it. I'm finding Wrath and Glory so far has been a system that works fine without miniatures. I apologize, I have a bit of a cough. I will try to cover my mic like this so that you don't get the full brunt of it, but you're still going to get some of it. My throat is right by my mic, obviously. But I've been feeling bad because Battle Systems helped provide some stuff for this, because and I had them provide a bunch of things that are like the interiors of ships. So I set up a board. I don't know if we'll use it today, but I wanted you to see it anyways, to kind of see what some of the potential is. Now, it's not all perfect. The one door I needed to glue one of the parts, so it's kind of hanging off in an angle. But you get the idea here that there's a lot of cool stuff. There's consoles and crates and elevators and lockers and beds and chairs, like actual furniture. There's like these tanks of whatever you want to call them. There's actually a ton of stuff that they sent us, and I'm only showing you a small portion of it here. There's a lot of walls, and you can set these up, configure them however you want. You can set up multiple floors with stairs. You should check them out. Their website is in a link in the description below, or you can just Google Battle Systems and you'll find it. I just can't remember off the top of my head if it's .com or .co.uk. So just do a quick Google search for Battle Systems and you'll find them. And they got tons of stuff. They've run several very successful Kickstarters, and you can get the stuff on their website and other locations as well. So definitely check them out. It's really neat terrain. It's kind of a cardboard is not like cardboard just doesn't quite do it justice. It's all pre-printed. You just got to punch it out. And then they have little slotted things that you can put everything together. There's some gluing required, but for the most part, it just all snug fits together and it's really nice. So really cool stuff. So another big reminder is next week, we're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. And that's going to be starting Wednesday the 20th, so March 20th, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time until the following Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 24 hours. And there's going to be several segments to it. It's going to start off from 12 to 5 with Dave doing an extra long Shrine of Chaos with lots of giveaways. Then it's going to be followed by us doing a double session of Wrath and Glory from around 5:30 to probably around 1 or 1:30 in the morning. And then it'll be followed by Luca and Kenny and Cullen doing the overnight shift, probably on many energy drinks.
Well,
Mike.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you drink energy drinks? No? So you're just going to stay awake by sheer will?
Yeah.
Coffee. And then finished off from 9 to 12 the next day with Dave once again doing another Shrine of Chaos. We're going to be doing giveaways throughout the whole thing. And during the full 24 hours, there is going to be lifetime vault memberships available for sale just during those 24 hours. That'll be available on our website. And so you're able to get those as well. So we're very excited for all of that. It's all in celebration of the upcoming move to the MiniWarGaming bunker. So the giveaways that Dave is doing are literally a lot of stuff we're trying to get rid of. Because we have a huge stockpile of miniatures that just have been sitting there for years and that we've just realized we don't need. And we could sell them, but it's more fun to give them away. So come join us for that. It'll be a lot of fun. And it's 24 hours long. So hopefully that means that no matter what time zone you're in, you can join us for part of it. Right? Because we hit all the time zones.
Yeah,
It'll be really 5 o'clock in the evening for somebody somewhere at some point. Or 12 o'clock, like whatever your shift, your schedule happens to be. Hopefully you'll be able to join us for at least part of it. I apologize for this cough. Okay, so let's go around the room. I had each of the players come up with new objectives. If you recall, in Wrath and Glory, you roll on this D3 chart of objectives, depending on which archetype you built or picked. And it tells you something that you can try to do in the session. If you do it well, narratively well, then you get an extra wrath, which is, as everybody knows, is a very important resource. And I'm glad that last session we really got to see how important a resource that was. The first session, we were using it a bit. I never used my ruin, but the second session we were using everything. We were using
Or at
glory.
least Vito did.
Yeah,
I used 5.
yeah, I used a lot. Almost everybody tapped out of all their wrath, and everybody gained some extra ones too. I also awarded a few more build points than I actually said last week. So what I want to do is go around the room, and you say the objective that you're going to be trying to achieve today, as well as whatever upgrade you decided to take, if any. So let's start over here with Vito with Dutch.
Okay, so the one I rolled on was the one that I created, and it was called Overwhelming Firepower. So Dutch has to use his plasma gun. He has to overcharge it, and I rolled a D3 on my overcharge, so I have to use overcharge 3 times. And if it overheats, if it overheats, I take D6 mortal wounds. So, and I only have 1 wound.
On a complication.
On a complication. I only have 1 wound remaining. So,
Right now.
Right now. So Dutch may or may not die today. I may not overcharge, but we'll see. Oh, and my upgrade that I took today is I increased my toughness by 1, so I'm now toughness 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's decent. Josh.
All right, so Constantine, for my objective,
Constantine? I thought it was Constantine.
It's back and forth.
Okay.
It's Constantine.
Dylan.
There is no E
Dylan.
at the end. You are correct.
There's no E on the end, so it's Constantine.
So I ended up rolling up the Emperor Protects. So the Emperor watches over his faithful servants in times of need. Witness an event that surely must be divine intervention by the Emperor.
I like that one.
So
That'll be fun. I like that, yeah. And I expect this week, better than last week, you're not just going to shoehorn it in somewhere. It's got to flow naturally. Like almost like you wouldn't have guessed that you're trying to get your objective, that it just was something that your character would say. Luca.
One of the ones, custom ones I made was essentially recruit an Imperium NPC to work for me or the group through influence or just pure convincing them that it's in their best interest. I like that we got Brander, so I wanted that to maybe happen more often. And my upgrade was higher initiative as well. Just because I like that. I
So
like
your
that.
defense went up as well then.
Yeah, defense 4 and weapons going up on 1. I like.
Hold on. Your defense is 4?
Yeah,
Your initiative is 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it. It's kind of cool. It's an
Well, the nice
interesting
thing about
attribute.
higher defense, like defenses are never really high, right? Like somebody
Right.
with a weapon skill of 6 or 7 won't have a hard time punching through 4.
Yeah.
But what it does is it stops them from shifting dice.
Yes.
Because they need to use those dice just to beat your defense.
Yes. So hopefully get a high resilience, high defense, so the attack when it does hit won't do as much damage. Hopefully.
And the other important thing is, unless you are at least defense 3 or higher, you can't sprint.
What? Oh.
Yeah. You cannot purposefully lower your defense below 1. And sprinting lowers your defense by 2. So the rulebook actually clarifies it, that it would actually mean that if your defense is already down to 2, either through modifiers, because that's where it is, you are not allowed to sprint. So that's fun. I don't know about the whole, because if you go prone, it's -2 as well. So technically, if you're defense 2, you're not allowed to go prone. Defense can never go below 1. That's the reason that they do that, because as soon as somebody gets defense 1, they're like, okay, well, I'll just do all the stuff that normally I wouldn't do. I would still allow you to go prone if you really wanted to, but no, you can't sprint. You're too slow. And it kind of makes sense because your initiative is a factor of your speed, right?
Right.
So it means that you're just too darn slow. Although you do have a speed attribute as well, so I guess that's your actual speed. Whatever. Aaron.
So my objective this week is witness an act that would have gained someone entrance to your gang.
Nice.
And the upgrade I took was I moved up to Fellowship 5.
Well,
Nice. That's a big upgrade. Going from 4 to 5 is 15 build points, basically.
Yeah.
And we decided to rule it. It's interesting because you spend your build points on upgrading your attributes or skills. They actually have 2 columns in the character creation: how much it costs to buy it, that attribute at that level, and also the incremental cost. So how much it costs to go from the previous level to that level, which you could calculate yourself, of course, but it's nice that it's there. And the question came up, though, is what if you have modifiers? Like, for example, Josh's character has some augmetics, like give him +1 toughness. And so do we count that full toughness and look at the next cost? Because those cost like 20 to 30 build points to get in the first place. And so I just ruled it that, don't count modifiers. So if you were a Space Marine, for example, they get modifiers. If you're an Eldar, you get +1 agility. So you wouldn't count that +1 agility when looking at the cost. That way it remains a benefit and not like, oh, everything's more expensive to buy because I get this free one right here. It only really helps you in character creation. After that, it just becomes a liability. So that's how we're going to play it.
And I did buy the toughness bonus.
And you did go up.
Yeah. So I have a modified toughness of 6.
So your toughness 5 base.
Yes.
6 with your augmetics.
Correct.
Holy cow. What does that put your resilience up to?
With my armor, I'm at 11.
With 4 armor?
Yes.
Because you add your tier, right? Is your resilience
it's your resilience plus...
Your resilience is your toughness plus your
Toughness
tier?
+1.
Oh,
It's
plus
just
1.
toughness plus
Yeah,
1. It doesn't
yeah.
matter your tier.
Oh, yeah,
That
because
makes
our
sense.
tier is 2. Yeah, never mind.
And then that also boosted my soak up to 6 now.
Right, your soak is your toughness.
And then my wounds with the other talent I took, I'm 11 wounds. And I ignore the penalty for lightly wounded.
Lightly, and then heavily counts as lightly. How many wounds is your character? Max?
5.
Nice.
I'm only at 6.
6 as well.
Yeah, 11 is... How did you get to 11?
Just through various means.
Because your 6 toughness plus the tier is 8, or +2, that's 8. So how'd you get the
That's
other 3?
8. There is... Part of the augmetic gives me an extra wound.
So 9.
No, it was either... I can't remember if it was the augmetic or true grit. One of the 2 of the upgrades I took for talents gave me an extra wound. And then it was your... What's the last thing you do for character building? Like the planet you're from?
Oh, right.
I gave you a couple extra wounds.
Yeah.
That's true.
Awesome. Well, you don't have to prove it. I believe you. That's a lot of wounds. 11 wounds. You're our tank.
Yes.
Nice.
Matt, actually had a question. So I went up by 1 wound. I'm currently starting at 1 wound.
Yeah, we'll add up.
So
add it
I'll
to your
start at
current
2?
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, if your wounds went up, you can add it to your current wounds as well.
Cool. Yeah.
That's fine.
Awesome.
I think more books should do this.
Yeah, because you were at full health. You wouldn't upgrade and then be down a wound already and be lightly wounded, right? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's a simple thing. Okay, I think we're ready to get started. Everybody has their wrath. Everybody starts with 2 wrath. We start with 0 glory in the middle. Where's our glory cup?
I got the glory cup over here because it was getting in the way of the...
Well, we're not showing the train right now, so you can put it back in the middle.
The chalice
I could also
of
be the
glory.
glory banker if people would like.
No, put it in the middle.
Put it in the middle, man.
There we go.
Stop being a glory hog.
I never am. That's
kidding.
Josh.
Yeah,
It's his
hogs all the glory.
his class needs it though.
I make good use of it.
It does. I keep forgetting you just use glory for
He
damage.
takes 1 and he takes 1.
Oh, this turned off.
Battery 90%.
He puts one and he
Connected
takes
to
one. Yeah,
Steve's iPad
And then he rolls it all
Matt's
over.
iPad.
I like it. Extra damage. Extra damage.
Let us begin. Session 3 of our Wrath and Glory 40k role-playing game campaign. So let's do a bit of a recap. We've had a lot of interesting events happen up until now. You are currently in the storage locker where all your stuff is. Specifically, storage room Gamma 756.
Nice.
It's a little loud. And you've gone through a lot already. You can pack a lot in these sessions.
Yeah.
Escaped from prison, not of your own volition, although you wanted to, but you didn't cause it to happen. You fought your way through some mobs of also escaped prisoners, recruited 3 guards to your cause, executed one who was going a little crazy and was going to shoot some sleeping people, and had some weird psychic stuff happening to you as you are now traveling through the warp. Met a 2-headed mutant, then opened the door.
Worse.
Yeah. You open a door that she and he told you not to. Well, she specifically told you not to. Elsbeth told you not to. And then you got to fight some sort of weird alien creature? Question mark?
Right.
Vampire ghost.
Some sort of vampire ghost creature?
Ethereal, phases through walls.
Yeah. Yeah. And you made it some sort of weird goo, and you fought it and chased it off. Did not kill it.
We took its egg.
Well,
Kenny took its egg.
Kenny's character took its egg.
Yeah.
Kenye took its egg.
Took the egg.
And gave it back.
Here you go.
as it got slashed almost in half. You made your way up to back into the main corridors. You went through some crew quarters where all the crew was asleep. But you've come across this a few times now, where people have been asleep and yet they still act while they're sleeping, which has been really strange. You came to the records room where you met the record keeper, who was fused with his desk, but didn't seem to notice or care. And you were able to persuade him to give you the information, but no more. And you
I tried.
hacked through some combat servitors, meaning hacking, like technical hacking, not hacking, because they had heavy bolters, so it's a good thing that worked. And then you made it to your storage room. Did I miss anything important besides, I know you had a vision at one point.
And then Luke had the same vision.
Yeah, you both had the same
I had a
vision.
more in-depth version of it.
Right. Why don't you give me the 25-second version of it?
The 25-second version of
Yeah,
the...
not too long. Just give us a summary.
I was essentially floating above the ground, witnessing a prisoner, well, what would seem to be a prisoner, locked up in chains, saying things along the lines of, if I recall, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it, I promise. And he was being, or she was, I couldn't remember, he or she. He was being tortured, almost, and he was going insane. And I believe that this prisoner was on the ship along with any other dangerous prisoners, and that was our next goal, to go and hunt this down. Well, we got our equipment, now we have to figure out more about the obvious.
The ship in the warp too, right?
Oh, sorry, the black ship, that's right. The black ship is coming. I see the black ship's coming. And I know that the black ships, the same ones that collect psychers for the Golden Throne, is it the 1,000 daily sacrifices, or is it more?
So
think
about
it's 1,000.
it's 1,000.
It's 1,000, yeah. So that's what I discerned from that.
It's funny, fun, happy times, right?
Yeah.
So you're all just currently equipping yourselves, putting on your armor, holstering your weapons, checking it, reloading, making sure everything's in working condition. You find that everything's there except the stuff that you found in the downstairs.
Do we get reloads for our weapons?
Yeah, you have your 3 reloads. You've got
Okay.
your 3 general reloads. So keep track of that, because they're 3 general reloads. Just in case we decide to actually make more specific reloads. And whatever other equipment that you found along the way. Obviously the stuff that you found in the 2-headed mutants storage locker was your stuff already, so you don't get to duplicate your plasma weapons and all that
2
kind of
power
stuff.
access, 2 plasma.
And remember, you found one of your reloads. If you had found one of your weapons, you already found one of your 3 reloads. So you should have, at this point, you should have 3 reloads, maybe an extra. No, I don't think you found reloads for your.
I have a stubber.
stubbers.
I have a stubber reload.
Yeah, we had
I had a
a
stubber.
stubber reload.
Did
Yeah.
you use it already?
No.
Okay, well then you can keep track of that as well.
And that's a specific reload for the stubber, correct?
1 free stubber salvo.
I don't think did I say that? I don't remember.
I don't think you said it was specific.
Then just keep it as a general reload.
Okay.
I'm only going to get specific if I feel it'll add to the adventure. I don't want to. Basically, Wrath and Glory, for the viewers, has reloads, and it doesn't specify what those reloads are for. Which, of course, is an abstract thing because a reload for an autogun would be very different from a reload from a las gun. But they abstract a lot of things just to kind of keep the flow of the game going. Part of me wants to be more specific with that That way there's a sense of like, oh crap, I'm out of ammo for my plasma gun. Now I have to switch over to a secondary weapon rather than always using the same weapon. It just depends. If I feel it adds to it, then I'll do that. We're just going to have to kind of see how it goes. Because it can be fun to have a sense of scarcity with your weapons. It can also not be fun. It's the difference of Fallout 3 to New Vegas to Fallout 4, right? If you've played those games, I remember enjoying my Fallout 3 weapons constantly breaking, forcing me to use different ones. And then they kind of remove that mechanic later on. But, you know, it can be fun or it can be annoying. I know other people complained that was the case. So just depends what we're trying to portray here, and we'll see how it goes. So you're currently in storage locker Gamma 756. Storage room, sorry. It's a medium-sized room, but you're actually you're in the larger storage facility. So there's corridors that lead to other rooms that are locked as well. And you're starting to feel very hungry. No, correction. Now that the adrenaline has kind of settled down, you are feeling quite famished. You haven't eaten for a very long time. In fact, you feel very fatigued and even a little weak. An unusually large amount. You're not sure if that's just to attribute the high energy activities you've been doing for the past several hours. A lot of time, you don't know exactly how much time has passed, but since you came out of your cells, many hours have passed that you are aware of. And so you're all feeling very hungry. And you had noticed that before, but now that you've here, you're really noticing it.
What an annoyingly minor issue.
Yeah. It's gonna be our whole session, acquiring food.
Right.
You're also feeling very, very tired as well.
Yeah. Ooh. So looking about this, how large would you say the storage facility / locker is?
This area, the Gamma section, has probably another dozen lockers, like the same size as what you're in right now.
All right. Looking about, would this be a suitable location to rest? Because I can see the fatigue amongst the people I'm with and for myself.
There's, if you're are you talking about safety or are you talking about comfort?
Safety.
Safety, you're in a locked area because once you pass through the main doors where the servitors were, the door is closed behind you and locked. So this seems to be a safe place. There's not very many. You haven't seen anybody else around here. A few dead bodies here and there, but nobody alive and moving around. Not much activity. Comfort-wise, there's not really anywhere to sleep.
Right.
There's no beds. There's just metal floors, great floors. So you might be able to get some sort of low level of sleep if you do that here, but it definitely would be uncomfortable.
So how, looking at everyone, how do we feel about the idea of resting here? And, if we're not liking that idea, we could go to the nearby bunk area for this, the serving class, was it almost?
The indentured class?
The indentured class, and maybe steal mattresses and drag them over here and lock this area up and rest. And acquire food at the same time.
I think this is a fantastic idea.
I know this is a very minor issue, but it's pretty
Mind
important.
you, back on Kazachan, we don't have beds. I sleep on the floor. I sleep on a log. I sleep on dead bodies if I have to.
I've done much the same. I'm just anyone opposed to gaining maybe sleeping on the floor here? Save us time.
You slept on dead bodies?
I've been knocked out in a pile of dead bodies before. That wasn't great.
So while this conversation's going on, I'm going to check because we got all of our gear back, correct?
Yes.
My slate monotron,
What?
which is a data slate built into the forearm bracer or gauntlet. That basically, it's got the vital signs of... It should have the vital signs and all the information of my squad.
So you're trying to see if you can detect
I'm
anything nearby?
seeing, if it's picking up anything, because that's one of the things that the sergeant would use to communicate with the rest of the squad for his orders and...
You don't pick up anything in particular. You don't see anything within range. What's the range of the slate monotron?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, well, we're gonna say right now as you tap into it that there's no sign of the other ones.
Okay.
Now, back when you guys were arrested, between Constantine and
I don't remember going to a soiree.
Hey, Cullen, what was that?
There's no silence. There's no silence button on your phone there.
I closed it and it still kept going.
Poor guy. He got worse and worse for us.
Anyway.
His face.
Oh, Wilfric, that's what it was.
Wilford, yeah.
So the two of you are arrested. So let's establish this right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of leave it up to you guys. When you were arrested, what did happen to the rest of your the buddies that you're in your little squad?
In my head, it went south pretty fast. A lot of people were killed, and anyone who maybe survived was executed. And some of the
Yeah, like how big of an operation was this? Like how many would have been? In our...
this was supposed to be kind of under the radar.
Discreet.
It was a
So like
discreet
half,
operation.
man
half a
squad
dozen
kind
kind
of
of thing.
I'd say no more than half a dozen. Yeah.
So what happened to the other four?
I know definitely 2 were killed. I watched
So we witnessed 2 being killed.
2 were being killed, and that's all I can say.
The other 2 scattered, possibly were taken captive as well.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine we were kind of driven towards maybe even the loading area of the ship or something like that.
We were
eventually
yeah.
kind of, you know.
We were essentially ambushed.
Yeah.
We had thought we were being discreet, and no one was aware of our operation, but that was incorrect.
So yeah, we're not sure if the other 3 made it onto the ship even, or if they're still on the planet we were on originally.
Well, other 2, because 2 of them died. There's
It's 6 in total, including me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, include. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So what we'll say then is, as you're looking at the readings, you pick up a faint sign of another one of the equipment. It's hard, you can't gauge which direction it is, and it's not giving off location.
Okay.
And it's also not giving off vital signs either. Now you know from experience that could either mean that they're not wearing it, or that they're dead. But given the fact that you're not getting the full signal, you can't even be sure of either of those 2 things.
Okay.
But it does appear that there is one on the ship. Or somehow you're getting a false signal.
Right.
Were you the prime of the unit, or were you...
No, I was just trooper.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. That's just me asking because I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So, sir, the slate monotron is malfunctioning. I think it's showing signs that there might be one other survivor other than us, but I can't get a clear signal on it.
There's no direction, eh? We have
Shall I try raising them on the box?
No, absolutely not. At least not right now. I think we have to deal with our fatigue. We could push on. I can't.
I'm getting very hungry.
I'd like to remind a couple people of what's in their equipment, specifically Constantine and Dutch.
Mushroom packs.
So I'm not sure if you're purposely not realizing what you have. You should have it written down on your page.
I was curious if I had anything. I don't.
Musket. All 3 rations back. Yeah.
There's no like sleeping bedrolls or anything like that either.
I got a bedroll.
Why do you have bedroll?
I don't know. I got a canteen too.
Yeah.
Why are you so prepared for this?
Right?
Yeah.
Aren't you the leadership one?
Right?
So, sir, are we going to establish a defensive position here or move on?
I think the best course of action is to stay here, lock it down. I'm of the mindset that the next step in this plan is to Brander. The plan I'm having is, my thought process is we have to find, maybe go towards the higher security parts of the prison or the brig. I guess it's technically a brig.
Yes. Well, I don't personally have access to those areas.
Do you know how we would get access?
Yeah, we could report to my superior officer if she is still alive. And
That's actually I think a good course of action. And
yeah, there's a guard station, Alpha 6, that was where she would be stationed.
And how far away is Alpha 6?
Well, it's not too far. It depends what's between us and that. But if in normal operations we could walk there in 15 minutes. Not that big a ship, right? But given the state of everything, we're probably going to have to take side routes. We're going to have to avoid conflicts. I'm assuming we're going to want to do that.
Perhaps it's a good idea that we rest for a little bit.
I agree.
So as Dutch says that, he's going to reach into his pack, pull out a ration pack. He's going to start eating.
What is he eating?
Whatever the Imperial Guard standard issue is.
Ground up cockroach.
I mean, I don't know what that would be.
So you tell me.
It is, as he...
It's like a protein bar?
It's like a tin that he opens up, and it's just this pink and purple kind of mush. It's not very tasty, but Dutch loves it.
We get you there.
Yeah.
It's better than that oatmeal crap you've been eating for the
Yeah.
past few days.
Yeah. He just kind of slops it all up. Yeah.
Do you two have extras?
Yeah, sir, I'd be happy to share my ration pack with you.
Share with Abigail as well. She's been quite useful.
The scum?
We need her.
I'm right here.
I'm aware, scum. Well, if you're sure, sir, then yes. So share out ration packs.
She's proved to be more than useful.
Brander
And I'm hoping you'll stick with us.
Brander
I don't
and
have
the
much
other
of a
guy.
choice now, do I?
Forgive me, but I need all the protein I can get.
I'm on a strict
I was going to
diet.
say, while you're all talking, I was going to go check Dutch out. Because I'm pretty sure you look pretty roughed up.
Well, I guess I could use something.
Yeah,
I guess I
pretty
could
bad.
share whatever I have left.
I meant like physically.
Okay, never mind.
Brander and the other guard look particularly hungry too. They're
Oh,
kind of,
sorry, I
they're
forgot,
kind of
yeah.
like licking their lips.
And share amongst Brander and the other guards as well. Keep everyone's morale up, the energy up, and we'll have to restock obviously, or hopefully this operation doesn't take too much longer.
Well, it will take all of your food because you each have 3 ration packs to feed everybody.
Are we fairly secure in this area?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dutch is quite adept in survival. He'd like to take a look around in the area.
The area is not that big. You're just in one of the storage blocks.
Okay.
And so you probably have about 75 meters of hallway, and then there's about a dozen of these storage rooms like yours. At the beginning of that hallway was the double door that is guarded by the 2 combat servitors.
And we've deactivated those?
No,
Oh, we haven't.
no, you gained
We
access.
fixed them.
They actually fixed them, so they're currently guarding the door.
Yeah.
You've got 2 combat servitors with heavy bolters guarding the main entrance to this. There's access ways to the pipe systems and all that. But for the most part, that is the main entrance. It's wide enough. The hallway's wide enough for servo haulers to come in and be able to help unload stuff.
Okay. Is there any possible way that I can access the area without going near those servitors? I'm trying to essentially scavenge for food. Anything that's edible. It doesn't have to taste great to feed the other 2 schmucks.
Scavenging for food on a ship
Yeah.
can be difficult.
Yep.
Because the best course of action for that would be to go somewhere where you'd expect there to be food.
Yeah.
Such as the kitchens.
Yep.
And you're not at the kitchens right now.
Yeah, exactly. But
So-
even not anything off the floor.
Oh, you want to maybe
Yeah,
look for some-
essentially I would like to use my.
So you want to
superior
hunt for like
skills and-
rats and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
I want to use my survival.
Okay, you know what?
abilities.
Yeah, that's applicable.
And being able being
One of the things
expert
that you
in
notice as you look
Catachan.
around is that there is another one of the hatches down into the I don't know what you call it. They're not tunnels because everything's a tunnel inside of a ship. But it's like the subsystems that are all. That's the short area that you're walking through where you met the 2-headed mutant. Those span all through the ship and all different levels. They carry fuel and water and coolant and other stuff through it as well. So give me. It's going to be a little difficult,
Okay.
but it's a lot difficult. We're going to make it a difficulty number of 5.
Okay.
So give me a survival check. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it at. I'm going to keep it at 5. What's your survival?
8.
Okay.
Nope.
You don't pass at all. Any
Nope.
complications or
No complications.
how much did you get?
4.
Oh wow. And you don't want to spend a wrath to re-roll that for food.
Nope.
And there's no glory in the middle.
Nope.
Okay.
No, there is no glory.
So unfortunately, as you go around, it just seems that the best you can find is maybe like half of a dead rat. It's already been gnawed apart by something, and it's just nothing
It's not even
edible.
worth reading it.
Probably
No.
a bigger rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably eaten by a bigger rat, yeah. So nothing seems to be edible.
Okay.
Your instincts tell you though that there'd be parts of the ship where they would store food
Oh, yeah.
specifically. Obviously, like the kitchen areas, the mess areas, that kind of thing.
Totally out of my element.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is not the jungle.
No
In the void.
greenery.
Yeah, I would have given you bonuses if you were
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
totally.
jungle
Yeah, yeah.
or at least somewhere more dirt.
More dirt.
Something with dirt.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
surface of a planet.
So they're hungry too.
I'd say.
Oh, if you have enough ration packs to feed everybody.
Yeah. There were 6 of us. I'd highly appreciate it if you shared food with everyone. Everyone deserves food. Everyone's been working.
I'll give them one of my ration packs. Did you offer one of your ration packs, Mr. Scion?
Of course, my superior officer commanded me to.
You know, back on Catachan, we kill our superior officers.
That's why he's here, remember?
The Emperor frowns upon your lack of discipline.
It's not my problem. But you know what? I am a loyal servant of the Emperor. I've only offered one of my rations. Look at my frame. How do you think I built this temple?
I don't see why
Do you know how many logs I've
see why
lived
you
in?
couldn't offer the other one.
I need it for me. Do you know how much protein is in one of these things? You should know.
The Emperor will provide you if you're a loyal servant to him.
I am loyal.
Well, then give your other ration.
Well, how did I end up here? The Emperor didn't protect me from coming here. Can you explain that, Dylan?
The Emperor works in mysterious ways. We can't be sure of his plans.
Mysterious ways.
Tell you what, I will offer it, but the next time I get hurt, you know what? I like you very much. That's why I'm going to kill you last. And I'll offer my last one.
To one of it's the guards that need.
Yeah,
to
I'll offer to the one of the guards.
Okay. All right. So everybody's fed, or everybody's currently eating. You're all out of ration.
He's gonna kill us?
No. Sorry. Not you. Just him. I can go kill him last.
You could try.
Taking cover?
So, I think resting here is in our best interest. Lock up. The servitors should work to our defense. They should work in our best interest. We won't let any unauthorized individuals approach. At least that's what they're set for, right?
Well, what if we're against the authorized ones?
Well, hopefully we'll get lucky. I'd like to rely. I've relied on dumb luck in the past, and
Excuse me.
it's worked for me. How do we enact a rest?
Well, it's called a
respite.
Is respite? I can't remember which one's which.
Pretty sure it's a regroup.
Or a regroup, even.
That's where I get the bonuses to rolling medical checks.
It's a respite.
We
A
need this.
regroup is your short rest. Respite is your long rest. So during a respite, you have to have downtime lasting at least 6 hours, of
Jeez.
which 1 to 2 of them can be spent doing light activities. If you have a strenuous activity that lasts at least an hour or more, then you have to restart the respite. If it goes uninterrupted, you gain all your lost shock and wounds, and your wrath gets reset to 2. But you have to have at least 1 wound to gain any back. So you can't be at 0 wounds and unconscious. So somebody needs to heal you. So you don't have to do any Medicaid during a respite. During a regroup, you recover all your shock, and then you can do a Medicaid test to try to regroup wounds as well.
So do we want to spend 6 hours, or do we want to do?
That's such a long time in a serious situation like this.
What's the framework of how long we've been going at this, though?
I was gonna
Like
guess.
since leaving the cell.
I said at the beginning, many hours have passed, but the amount of fatigue and hunger that you're feeling kind of betray that. They make it seem like it's actually been longer. There was that moment where you guys were all unconscious. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So it is odd. I'll say that. Everybody can find it odd that you're this hungry given the amount of time that's passed. Like, it wasn't that long before you had eaten, right before you escaped the cells, and this is several hours later. Of course, being hungry would be normal, but you were very famished. Like, you see Brander and the guard just like shoveling down the food like they hadn't eaten for a day or two, and you feel very tired as if you haven't slept forever.
Something is draining us, I feel. Something very unnatural. Maybe it is natural. Who knows? Who's to say what's natural and what's unnatural?
Just kind of reminiscing about this on your own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, quietly speaking.
I can't say for sure there, sir.
Don't mind me.
I'll volunteer for first watch, though.
Don't mind
Of
me.
course you would.
I appreciate that, I really do. I crumple backwards and sigh in great pain as I'm in one wound. I have some very basic triage on me, but the bleeding is maybe stopped, but that's like the only bright side to that. I try and go to sleep. Ugh. Or I try and stay awake, but my eyes closed. I give in to the sleep.
What's everybody else doing?
Finding a corner behind everything else to
Kind
set
of
up a
shift a couple of
bedroll.
the boxes.
Yeah.
You
If anything breaks in, they won't find me immediately.
You throw down your bedroll.
Yep.
And then lie down. It doesn't take long to fall asleep. As much as everything's been happening, sleep comes to you easily.
You said you're taking first watch.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of do a little patrol instead of just sitting in one area where because there's only one way.
There's really
into this
not
area.
really much to patrol. Yeah, you can you can just sit there and you can see the whole hallway.
Yeah, so I'll watch the hallway, but occasionally I'll just take a walk through in the back areas too, and then back out. And
Yep.
just not be idle.
All right. Dutch.
Dutch is going to roll up his blanket kind of into a pillow and just kind of rest.
Just lean back and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Once again, sleep easily overtakes you. Brander and the guard kind of find a little corner to curl up in as well. They holding onto their weapons, of course, keeping
Right.
them close, but they do remove their flak armor and set it aside. Yeah, so if you have any armor, you're not going to be able to wear it while you're sleeping. Anything more substantial than a body glove kind of thing, and even those would be uncomfortable to sleep in. Okay, so as you keep watch for the first couple of hours, there's an eerie silence throughout the whole place. You don't hear the distant sounds of riots and fighting anymore, and you can hear the whirring of machinery, but even that feels a little muffled to your ears, almost like something unnatural is permeating the entire ship. You feel like you can even hear the warp engines doing their oscillating hum as you are traveling through the warp, as you just sit back and any moments of contemplation. Give me a willpower test. We'll make it difficulty 4.
Okay.
Just Constantine.
Oh,
Yeah, the rest of us are asleep. We already fail.
Bam! Nope.
oh,
And there's complication.
Okay, so this willpower test was to see if you were going to fall asleep or not. So obviously you do.
Boom.
After 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
Leaning
about
up against
probably about 20-25 minutes has passed, and you fall asleep. What would you like the complication to be? Doesn't have to be anything that injures you or hurts you or anything like that. I'm already topped off at ruins, so
night terrors.
I don't have a great one that comes to mind.
okay, then I have one for you. As you drift off to sleep, actually, what we're going to be doing in a second as everybody's sleeping is everybody's going to be doing a test, and so yours will be complicated, obviously. As everybody's sleeping, as I said, sleep easily overtakes you, but the nightmares that you've been having readily return as well, making your rest very unrestful, let's just put it that way. And so you're finding yourself tossing and turning, not waking up though so much as it's just finding. You ever have those nights where you just feel like you have a million dreams and you wake up and even though you slept for 8 or 10 hours, you feel like you didn't sleep at all because your mind was too active. That's kind of what this sleep is like.
It was driving me nuts.
Does your suit have a watch or a chronometron or anything that would tell time?
I don't think it specifically mentions anything about it, but I'll double check real
Okay.
quick.
So while you're all sleeping and having these nightmares, I want each of you to make a corruption test. This is going to be a difficulty 3, except for Josh, you're going to have a +2 difficulty to this. That'll be your complication.
Conviction, correct?
I'm heavily wounded. Does this influence it?
Well, you know what? Normally yes, but this happens throughout the rest, and you're regaining. So just pretend that you're at full for this test. Like it mattered.
Yeah, there's another complication.
Oh my goodness, what's everyone rolling today?
Did you say 3, Matthew?
3. It was but 5 for him.
Fail.
Failed.
Okay, everybody gains a corruption.
Ooh.
Except for Josh, you get 2.
Okay.
Constantine gets 2. Is anybody at 5 corruption? I don't think so, right? We're not that close yet. Not very much conviction in this group.
Apparently.
Hey,
I am scum, so.
It's true. You can be a very convicted scum, right?
I convict other people.
Right.
That's where the fellowship comes in.
So you all kind of start to wake up. Who failed by the least? It looks like you were closest, right? So you wake up first.
Okay.
And as you kind of stir from it, feeling very unrestful, you look around. It's very quiet, same kind of eerie silence. Everybody's sleeping, some snoring, some kind of muttering to themselves, talking in their sleep. And as you get up and you come out, you find Constantine at his guard post, just this lying there back like this, just drool coming out, just totally heavy sleep. So you're the only one awake right now.
Okay.
You have no idea how much time has passed, but you do feel slightly better. You feel that kind of that fog in your head. Everybody can be full shock and wounds at this point, so you can go ahead and restore your health. So yeah, this is what you find as you wake up.
So I'm gonna kind of kick him with my boot. Wait, Constantine, wake up! What are you doing? You're supposed to be on alert.
Am I waking up to this or?
No, actually,
Okay.
Oh, he's not.
no.
Oh,
I think I died.
so I'm gonna kind of like violently shake him.
Okay.
Wake up! What are you doing? Wake up!
It takes quite a bit. You're probably doing it for a good 20, 25 seconds of just like shaking him, slapping him before
wow.
he finally comes to. You feel constantly. You feel incredibly groggy.
Yeah.
Like your head's, as much as you woke up Dutch groggy and your head kind of cloudy, you wake up even more. You're having a hard time remembering your surroundings. Everything's just that fog. Like when you wake up and you think it's a different day of the week kind of thing. And you're just not, and you, for even a moment, you're not even sure, you don't even remember for a moment that you're on this ship. It probably takes a good 30 seconds for a recollection of everything that's happened to you to come back to you.
Okay, so I'll just kind of come to. You ready for it?
Yeah. Sleepyhead, wake up! Whoa! Are you okay?
What happened?
You've been sleeping on the job.
Impossible.
No, it's not impossible. Okay, you said that the Emperor protects. That is you now. Do you know what happens when you don't protect?
What did you do?
No, I was
Something-
sleeping. What do you mean what I do? I was sleeping. You're supposed to attack
I'm here standing
and
guard,
protect.
and then what happened?
And I don't know, I was sleeping and then I woke up from a dream. Did I say what my dream was?
Hmm?
Did I have a dream?
You had lots of nightmares. Nothing in particular. They're all fading, but they're all.
It was horrible. People were dying. There was horrible things that were happening. I was talking Kato-chan. It was horrible things. And then I woke up. It was quiet. It was unbelievable. And then I saw you on the floor. You were.
No, that can't be right.
Can you prove
You must
it?
have been mistaken.
Can you prove it?
Can you prove it?
I just saw you lying down, and then you were like, "What are you talking about?
I was stretching.
Were you doing Zumba?
Does anyone else wake up to their
Space
conversation?
Zumba?"
No, I was merely reminiscing about the majesty of the God Emperor.
I don't believe you. You have to be, if you're going to be on guard duty, you have to be diligent. All the time. The Emperor protect, that is your job. Okay? There's not guidelines.
I was,
Reference to Primer.
I think.
What happens when you fall asleep on duty? You have to be shot. Let me get all painless. I'm going into the wherever we were sleeping.
Your memories return to you
Yep.
fully at this point. The grogginess is starting
I'm
to.
just kind of groggily standing there.
Yeah, the cloudiness is starting to
You
pass.
remember now, huh?
I perhaps may have dozed off for a moment.
Now you remember. It's not fun and games now.
You're standing in front of a gun.
I haven't got it yet. It's more of an intimidation tactic. So what happened? Why did you fall asleep?
I don't know. There must be something unnatural happening on the ship.
Like what?
I don't know. I couldn't have fallen asleep on my post. I've never fallen asleep on my post.
Something unnatural, like I'm really tired. The most unnatural.
Maybe we should go wake up the others.
Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe there's something happening.
Okay, let's go.
Head over to Wilfrick.
Snoring.
Done.
It's the same thing. You can start off light, but then after a while you realize you really have to work hard to wake him up. But,
Wilfric, wake up!
But eventually, Wilfric, you do wake up. Abigail, all this commotion does wake you up as well. And Brander and the guardsmen are starting to come to as well. But it takes a lot of effort. And same thing, cloudiness.
It's like a painful wake up.
Yeah, like you're having a hard time remembering where you are. You had lots of nightmares as well.
So, sir, I think something happened.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Oh, that was awful. Usually I don't have a. Oh. Usually I never have a problem. Oh no.
Is this some side effect of the warp?
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening on the ship.
There's something awful on this ship.
I don't like warp travel.
Neither do I. Neither do I, Dutch. Oh, try and pay no mind to it. Focus on the objective.
The one guardsman, not Brander, as he wakes up, he actually just turns over onto his side and he just starts to vomit violently.
Is he vomiting blood or is he vomiting just the rations?
It looks like the rations mixed with. It looks like just general vomit.
I knew I shouldn't give them up.
And he just vomits violently for a good minute, and he's pale. He's sweating.
Is Abigail up as well?
Yeah, everybody's awake at this point.
Abigail, how do you feel?
What did we do last night?
Well, we killed the vampire creature. No, we didn't actually. Was that last night? I don't remember. I hate this place.
Is it night? Is it morning?
This is the worst.
Welcome to space travel.
Yeah, really.
This is
Is there
the
morning
worst.
in the warp?
Yes, I was just getting out of her corner, like holding the bedroll as a pillow while walking.
This is the worst.
Sir, I think we should move on from here. Something's not right.
Yeah, I agree. Brander, is he gonna be able to follow?
He
doesn't
tried.
look so good.
He helps him up, but you can see that he's very weak, and that he's still shaking. Like he looks like he's got a really bad fever, flu-like symptoms. He clearly needs somebody to hold him up as you're moving along.
All right. Well, we'll bring him with us. He's gonna slow us down, but I'm not about to execute him for that, or leave him to his death.
Execute him for waking up groggy.
Could I do a Medicaid here to try and make it a little bit easier on us with him?
Why don't you give me a difficulty 3 Medicaid test just to kind of see what you can ascertain of his condition?
Yes.
Hey,
Any shifts?
Nope.
Any?
No complications, no shifts.
Okay, as you're checking him over, he has all the symptoms of a flu, something as basic as a flu. But as you're looking closer, you're starting to notice discolorations in his skin in different areas that obviously would not go along with the flu. Like he looked pale, that's normal. But as you're kind of checking him over, checking his temperature and seeing what else is wrong, you do find weird kind of purplish, but not bruise color purplish, like a weird strands of purple and blue and other colors just faintly on his skin, on his neck, and on parts of his arms as well.
Like almost like veins or something.
It doesn't look like veins either.
Oh.
It just looks like the skin itself was exposed to something and it's discolored the skin.
do we all notice this, or is it something Abigail?
Just Abigail notices this as she's checking him over.
I'll put him down and kind of go over. It's like, okay, you seem to be in charge here, at least with that one. He's not looking good.
I'll go over.
He's like purple and green, and he's not doing good.
All right, I'm gonna go over and just eyeball the just look at what's happening here, and it's. I assume this is bad enough to ascertain this is not healthy at all. This man's probably dying. What is my medic, anyways? Yeah, pretty poop.
Well, you can visually see what she describes to you easily. You don't have to have Medicaid to notice that.
Okay.
So the Medicaid was more than ascertain that it's unusual that
Yeah.
they answer questions like, do they look like veins? Do they look like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, is he currently in like Brander's?
Yeah, Brander's kind of holding him up.
All right, Brander, could you just put him on the floor on that chair right over there?
Okay.
We're gonna do a firing squad.
Motion Brander over. Now, Brander, I like you, and I feel like I should let you in on some information here. I open up my flak, I pull out this, I kind of show it to him. Like,
His eyes widen. You showing him your badge?
yeah. You're working for the God Emperor now. You're gonna stick with us, but I don't think he's gonna make it.
Well, what do you mean? He
We're-
just looks sick. We could just bring him to the infirmary. I'm sure they could
We will.
take care of him there.
We will, but I wanted to let you know, if he doesn't make it the entire way, we might have to put him out of his misery. But we'll try and get there.
The poor guy just had a bad night. It looks like he's hungover or he's got a flu or something. You put people down for...
No, let's be honest. It looks a little worse than that. Be realistic here. That looks pretty awful.
I don't know. I feel pretty awful.
But you don't look that bad.
Dutch is already eyeballing him.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just keep that in mind.
Getting his long
You are
way.
very useful. And I want to keep you around. Just don't freak out if something awful happens to him.
This is weird. Aren't you guys the prisoners here?
You can understand that there was a... Look, we were investigating your captain. Your captain caught wind of it. And your captain very illegally imprisoned us. Now, I know you're a good follower of the God Emperor. You're a good lad. And you're going to work with us on this.
What do you want me to do?
Stay on the path, just follow us, do as you're told, and keep a cool, strong mind. Anything unnatural that happens, try and keep it out of your mind. Understand that we're all dealing with it. And I believe we're strong enough to overcome it.
Okay. I guess don't have much choice if you're with the Inquisition.
I'd like to at least make it seem like there's a choice here, Brander. Obviously, if you don't, obviously, if you'd rather go
Hearing that, look over. What?
if you want to go off and hide, your chance of survival on your own is very slim. And we could use your help. I'm not here to strong arm you into the service, but know that you're working for a good cause.
Well, wink, wink. At the very least, I don't see why we don't stick together at least until we get to my superior's office.
And maybe in this way as well, when we come across your superior, you can help argue with us that we're not prisoners and that we should not have been imprisoned. And maybe
All of you? 'Cause this scumbag was...
the work
was,
that Abigail's been doing.
It was
spray painting.
paint.
And I've heard rumors of what the big guy over here did. And
It's just rumors.
little whiny baby over there just can't stop complaining about his mistreatment. Actually, no, he wouldn't say that. He likes him.
Yeah.
What?
What the Catachan has done or hasn't done is of no concern to the Inquisition. And the misdemeanor towards Abigail is of no consequences at this point.
Will she work for you now?
Well, she's helping me, and that's all that matters.
Wait, who am I working for now?
No.
Let's not get it. Well, yeah, okay, fine. But I'd rather try to help him than kill him.
Of course.
There's an infirmary not too far from here that we could always go to as well. Have him checked out there.
I suggest we all go there for the greater good of the group anyways. We could probably pick up supplies. Anything we might need. We're running low.
Okay.
I'd like to imagine this is going to be a small operation, but we should prepare in case it is longer.
Well, tell me where you want to go, and I'll do my best to lead you there.
So we would like to go to, we need to speak to your superior. We need to get into the higher level prison area. But if the infirmary is on the way, or not too far out of the way, we could travel there first.
Well, there's more than one, so I'm sure we could find one. There's the armory too near my superior's office that I'd like to visit so I can get better equipped for this. Because they only give us basic
Right.
weaponry for patrolling, but
Is
obviously
there-
this is escalated.
Riot equipment, I would assume.
Yeah, and other stuff too.
Chances are it's been looted already, but I agree. We can arm ourselves and we can get medical equipment and at the end make it to your superior officer. We have to do this quickly though. We've already wasted a lot of time resting, but it was necessary, even though it didn't feel...
How much time were we sleeping?
I have no idea. I
It feels
assume
like
none of us
forever,
have-
and yet I don't feel like I've rested at all.
Like I said, you got natural events happening. Try and keep them out of your mind. Don't try and dwell on them.
Okay. He just kind of goes back and helps the guard up, throws his arm over his shoulder, and starts limping with him. He still has his auto gun on his side though, ready to use it if he needs to.
We'll get you better, boy. We'll get you better. Try and keep his spirits up.
Yeah, he's just kind of, his eyes are glazed over. He's sweat pouring from his face. He's shaking. Skin very pale white.
He's probably not getting better.
I wonder if he can even hear. I wonder if it's all just a blur right now to him.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
He just kind of looks up at you and then just looks back down.
We're gonna make our
He's
way
definitely
to the-
delusional.
If you can
Sorry,
hold
not delusional. Delirious.
delirious, yeah. Hold out until we get to the infirmary. We'll try and get you better. Don't let this beat you. We need your help. We got Emperor needs your help.
Give me a leadership check, difficulty 3.
This is where I
talk
like,
too
I
much.
No, I should have 100% made my character differently. I'm leadership 2. I'm more of a brute, but like
Okay, hold on before you roll it.
Yeah.
You've flashed your badge, so we'll add 1 for that.
that's true. I
Because
guess
this is another Imperium person, right?
that's true. I get like what does influence do?
To help you get
Items and stuff like that. Yeah.
to procure items and services, goods and services.
Hey, oh.
Hey, you made it.
Hey, look,
and you
glory?
get a glory. The glory to the pool.
Oh no!
Oh, no, it missed.
Nope.
Does it count? Hey, you passed it.
What was the difficulty again?
3.
Oh, cool! I did it. I
It's
can't
a
shift
it's-
anything.
What I was having you do is the standard leadership test to remove effects from
Oh, cool.
like combat effects, and so you can see some of his mind clear, and he looks up and he just nods at you, and you can see he walks with a little bit more energy than he was before, and so you managed to cheer him up. I don't know if it's the right word. Raise his spirits.
Maybe keep
Make
him
him
going.
think he won't die.
Yeah,
I'd like him. I'd like for him to make it. I like him.
Yeah,
He kept his cool.
yeah,
What's his name?
If you wanted,
because you killed the girl one.
yeah.
Because there was the guy and the girl one.
We did.
You did.
Callan. Callan. He just kind of mutters Callan to your question.
Callan. It's like Cullen, but different.
Yeah, it's like Callan. Yeah, exactly. It's also like Josh, but different.
It is. It's like Luca, but different. I spelt it like Cullen, but I swapped the U for an A.
Callen.
I did. Is that how it's spelled? Nice.
Callan.
Nice. Nice.
Sounds like somebody from Boston talking about Colin or something.
Callan.
Yeah, Callan.
My name is Callan.
He's wicked smart.
That's so smart.
Simple swapping of one vowel.
Just so you know, I am purposely kind of sitting back and letting you guys lead what we're doing here. So I want you to kind of take the lead in what you want to do. There's many different directions you could go. So what I'll tell you just a little behind the scenes. I did not prepare this linear. We're gonna do this, then this, then this, then this. I've got all sorts of notes on things and stuff that's going on, but I want you to feel the freedom to kind of plot your own course.
Should we figure out what is in these storage containers? It might be valuable.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
But we might want to take out those battle servitors.
So yeah, I assume there's a pair of battle servitors in front of every different section.
No. There's
It's just those
you
two.
have the two. This is one. This is the storage gamma section,
Okay.
and so there was 2 servitors outside of this area,
And there's
but there's a dozen lockers
Okay.
inside of this, and you accessed yours that had your stuff in it. So you don't know if there's other prisoner equipment in these or other. Who knows what they store in these?
And how are they locked again? Like a keypad?
There's they're your typical kind of keypad.
Are they hooked to, and they're all attached to a singular system where the fused individual was?
Well, basically, you presented the data pad and hacked into the servitors to get through the main doors, and then when you came to your storage locker, you used the data slate that you had, plus the passwords to. So it was a part. It's like a 2-factor system. You had to plug in the data slate, and then you had to key in the code, and that 2-part authentication allowed you to get into there.
Is there any way you could recode that data slate to open the other adjacent lockers?
I can try.
It's like you're gonna try to hack through the other storage rooms.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
What you're looking at is about an hour's worth of work. Now we can shift dice to make it easier. So here's a question for you then. This will determine the difficulty of the whole thing. Are you trying to do a general purpose hack so you can then access all of the storage lockers, or do you just want to do one of them?
All 12.
Oh.
Jeez.
We have one glory.
Because what we can basically do is the difficulty is going to be set based on how much you
Yeah.
want to accomplish in that hour. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend an hour per storage locker, unless, of course, you shift dice for each of them to make it faster. You know that the protocols here are going to be a little harder to get through. Not impossible. You've gone through.
Definitely not
you've gotten
impossible.
through. You've gotten through worse.
Yeah.
So how would you like to approach this? Are you going for a general hack of the system, or are you just going to pick one of the lockers at random? You can't. There's no identifying things besides their numbers to tell you what's inside.
I want to do all of them.
I also agree with that.
I don't know how that would actually go.
Well,
You know what? Yes, I think knowing Abigail, she'd really want to make it big.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a difficulty 7 roll.
Okay.
A pass does not get you all of them. What it does, a pass will get you into some of them,
Okay.
and then every shifted dice will get you into some more.
I'm going to use some wrath for this.
That's fair.
Anyone help?
Uh,
No.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3,
minimum 7 just to get started.
That's 4 in total there.
4.
Yeah. Here
I
you
have
go.
1
All right,
wrath.
Spending a wrath. Abigail is spending a wrath.
Let's
Reroll.
see some sixes.
Abigail.
Six.
Abigail.
Oh, 2 more.
So you're at 6.
So 2, 4, 6. Yep.
So you need 1 more.
Glory.
There's a glory in the middle there.
A
Do
4
it.
could get you
You're out of options if you want this to pass.
That should have been so hard for me to grab.
Yeah! You got it!
Okay, so just passed, obviously. Nothing shifted.
Right.
Any complications or anything else?
No.
Your wrath die is just simple.
Yep.
Way to go.
All right, so you spend a good hour at this, though. What is everybody else doing during this hour?
Dancing, apparently.
Observing and learning.
You're
Watching.
curious?
Speaking to the other members of the group.
But the answer to your question, he could have tried to help, but the difficulty was so hard in the task that I doubt that he would have
Yeah. I am.
contributed to it.
I'm like average tech boy.
Yeah.
I know how to use computer.
You can sign into your email.
Exactly. Sometimes I know how to change the color of the background of the page. Sometimes.
That's hard in the future. Everything's always black.
Right. I would love
Black with yellow or green.
And
letters,
essentially
right?
just talking with Brander, like the next best path and stuff like that.
Okay. So
Hey.
basically, based on what you did there, we're going to. You managed to open up a couple of the lockers. So you do a general hack. An hour passes, a full hour passes, and finally you're like, you got it, and you're able to get 2 of them at random. As you open up one of them,
There's like a very loud yes as it goes.
as you open up one of them, you find that it's actually full of storage crates of clothing and some rations.
Nice.
So you actually find a good deal of rations in there. You can, you find these basically these ration packs similar to what you can see with the guardsmen. You find one solid container of it that's equivalent to a good 20 ration packs.
Oh.
So 5 each?
Yeah. Take it.
If you're just handing it to the 4 of you. Yeah.
Well, Brander's holding on to the guard, so.
Yeah.
You can get the guard. You can get Talon.
I don't want to. I don't
Soon
know.
enough, he might be.
Oh.
Then, on top of that, give me a second here.
Armored Sentinel.
Yeah, and there's a
An inflatable armored sentinel.
Oh,
Inflatable?
Give me
Dehydrated, just add water.
Yeah, what's
give
armor?
me a
Makes
D66
sense.
roll.
Its armor's pretty crap.
So D66 roll.
Which one was the 10?
64.
Nice.
64. Okay.
Well, that's a good roll.
what was that robot in Judge Dredd called?
Oh, I can't remember.
Judge Dredd?
Yeah, the first one.
Was it the was it ABC?
Yeah, the ABC.
Was it
droid or something like
ABC robot?
that? Combat droid? ABC combat droid?
Dang.
We find one of those.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, you actually find you find some medical equipment,
Okay.
and in one of the packs you find a stim pack.
The gun looks cool now.
So it's only got one usage. That's basically a cocktail of combat drugs. You can use it if you use it with a successful Medicaid test. It restores D3 plus 6 shock, rather than D3 plus 3. Okay.
Okay.
Because you can do a Medicaid test to get shock back. So this just allows you to and get more back. Other than that, you find more general purpose equipment. Is there anything?
StarCraft Marine.
I'll allow you guys to narrative anything basic,
Oh, yeah.
like nothing that has a mechanical or game mechanics kind of interface. Is there any like basic stuff that you'd want to find? You know, I'll throw it because you did the higher difficulty. We'll do D3 reloads as well. So go ahead and roll a D3.
Hey.
General reloads.
1.
Okay. So you can give that to whoever you want, or you can keep it yourself.
Can we spend a wrath to find an uncommon item?
The narrative to play something there. I don't know if I'd go as far as uncommon. What are you looking for in particular?
An ammunition backpack?
No. This is not the armory.
Right, okay.
This is stuff that was confiscated from prisoners or general storage stuff. This is not, they don't keep all that stuff here.
So I guess also no to the Scout Sentinel then, right?
No Scout Sentinel. You do find one of the actuators for the leg
Oh, you
of a
build
Scout
one.
Sentinel.
Okay.
So if that's your first of 100 pieces.
Yep. It'd be like a Lego game.
But is there any mundane stuff that you'd like to find?
Just like no consequence mundane stuff.
Yeah, like a box of screws, or I don't know, a coil of copper wire.
Well, we need
A
that.
data slate video game.
There you
Hey.
go. Okay, I'll allow you to find a data slate
Well, we
video
need
game.
the screws and the copper to
Galaga.
build the Sentinels.
They could be used to build towards the Sentinel.
Okay,
yes.
99 items left.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, you find a little game that you can plug in. It's a little similar to, it's like a combination of Tetris and Frogger.
I want to be Flappy Bird.
You have to like avoid things
Yeah.
but get the pieces across.
I want to play this now.
Oh no, that's a genius idea.
I was gonna say,
Why is
actually,
no one
I'm
ever
trying to
made-
think of this.
Why has no one ever made one?
Tetris is fraud.
Well, imagine playing Tetris, but you have to like avoid things that are coming across at the same time as it goes down.
So now I'm thinking of like a modified Frogger where like there's a little beaver building a dam and he's like running pieces of wood across the road. I'd play that game.
Okay, what's the game called though?
Fretris.
Fretris?
Awesome.
Can Abigail forge documents?
I can try.
That would be cunning
It's a weird way to speak
or
to
deception.
Abigail.
Oh, I'm just asking. I thought of the game, I'm asking.
I assume that's how he talks to her now.
Oh, wait, I have really good cunning.
What is it called when you address someone
Third person.
in the third person? Is that just
I don't know. You address yourself in third person.
Is there like Adeptus Administratum or Administorum, like what's it called? Paper, like blank papers,
Letterhead.
lit like letterhead.
yeah.
Back in the records office, there may have been, but there's none here.
Because I have the red corrective ink.
It'd be kind of cool with kind of like criminal stuff near like loaded dice or. That's the only criminal thing I can think of for some reason. A
That's
knife.
what the hell.
A murder knife.
Okay, so another hour has passed. What else are we gonna do? What's next?
During this time, I was discussing with Brander the most appropriate direct path that will get us to the nearest infirmary / and/or armory towards
Those are related.
right
They're right beside each other.
to get to his commanding officer Sinovia.
Okay.
Well, while she was hacking, so
So you were doing this, or you want to do this?
I was doing that while she was hacking.
Okay. With what aim in mind?
What? Sorry.
With what aim in mind?
Well, Brander, do you, off the top of your head, would you know how to get to Sinovia? And if you do, from this location, what's the most direct path that may take us to an infirmary?
Yeah,
or
of
the
course.
nearest infirmary to her guard post.
Yeah, I know most of the ship. Like I said before, I don't have access to all parts of the ship, but it's a big ship and not that big. I've been on it for years, so.
Oh, no, I'm assuming we could obviously go down main corridors and shafts, but where might the most low-key under the radar path be?
Well, that would be back under the tunnels, right? But unfortunately, those I am less familiar with because I'm not a maintenance worker. I stick to the corridors.
I'm trying to remember, it was like out of character. Did Abigail try to download maps for the subsystems and we didn't get them?
You got some.
For at least the tunnels, it was.
You got some of the local area though. That's what allowed you to find your way out as quickly as you did.
Now, could you open up those maps again? Maybe we could observe them and try and figure out a path. If we could take the subsystems.
They're incomplete, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I take them.
Not everything there.
And I'll look at them with Brander. And how quickly do they become incomplete as to where we are towards?
Yeah, it's off in the other direction, unfortunately.
Okay.
So those maps helped us to get here, but we're going beyond where those maps show. At least as far as I know. I'm only familiar with certain landmarks or things.
It would be quite ridiculous if we got lost in the subsystems trying to get to where we were and everything. Well,
Like I said,
not to say.
we could try the direct path, and then we might just have to take more indirect routes if there's anything in our way.
It seems reckless, but you know what? Honestly, it could be fine. There's only one way to find out. I'm just as good with the direct path as any other path. It's gonna be like a video. It's like you go to the direct path. There's a pile of random stuff piled up. Now we have to find like a crankshaft to clear it out of the way.
Yeah.
Or like there's like a closed
You gotta go
emergency
find
door.
a key somewhere.
Oh, well, we found the crankshaft, but it's behind locked bar doors. We have to go find the key to those bar doors. Oh, the key's locked behind interrogation room. We gotta go find the key to that interrogation room. It's like, oh man.
All right, sir. Are we ready to move on?
I think everyone's collected themselves. I think we're ready to go. We're not really gonna get much more out of this area. Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep.
10 points.
New high score.
Please, someone make French's for me now.
What would the music sound like for Frentress?
I don't know.
80s synthwave.
That's just Tetris.
I knew if I asked the table, somebody would do it.
Oh, Brandon, you're gonna have to lead the way.
Okay, so we're going to my superiors.
Yes. And if there is an infirmary on the way,
Well, that'll depend which route we end up taking.
that should be the priority.
What, the infirmary is the priority?
I'd like to say yes. But if it is impossible,
Well, I could go out of the way to get to the infirmary, no problem.
how out of the way?
Like I said, nothing's very far away, right? In a direct route. Everything's within. The whole ship is 2 kilometers long, right?
We got, yeah.
You could go from the bow to the stern in 45 minutes to an hour, if you're unimpeded.
Let's try and make a move to the nearest infirmary then. After what's happened so far, we're gonna need more medical things.
Okay.
Tools, supplies. Thank you.
All right. So he heads back over to. He's helping the other guard along, Callan.
And I'm assuming, yeah, he's slowing us down quite a bit.
Yeah, you're definitely going at a ponderous speed.
Right.
As he's
And
moving along.
since we're going at a ponderous speed, I guess there's no way we could like. We're going at slow speed. Like we sneak around while doing this and keep quiet. But
We can try to keep quiet, but
I guess we will assume
we'll stealth when we need to stealth, right?
Right.
So you go back out into the corridor. You pass warily, but unharmed, by the 2 combat servitors who are still just sitting there keeping their vigilant watch, but recognize you as the same ones that came in. And you come back out to the weird, strange, quiet scene of bodies lying everywhere once again, and you head down one of the main corridors. About no more than 5 to 10 minutes pass that you come into an area with a larger number of dead bodies than usual, but it's a little more of a gory scene. That all these bodies in this area have been hacked to pieces. You can actually see that their limbs have been removed, not like surgically, but like
Brutally.
They've been all brutally hacked to pieces.
Now, can I do
There's like blood on the walls. There's blood dripping from the ceiling. There's pools of blood on the floor. But there's almost every body that you see here is none of them have really escaped any of this dismemberment or this hacking.
Is there any way I can perceive as if they've been lied down in some sort of pattern, or if they're just wanton slaughter? Like,
who has a passive awareness of at least 3?
me.
Okay. You know what your passive awareness is there,
It's,
Dutch?
passive.
It's
Bottom
half of your
left.
awareness.
It's 2.
2, okay.
That's half a.
Passive awareness 3, as you're kind of making your way through the bodies, no, they don't seem to be in any weird pattern. What you do notice, the 3 of you, is that a lot of the arms that are there are also holding rudimentary weapons, like jagged metal or bars. It looks like basically from what you can piece together, that they all were fighting each other.
Oh.
And that they were just suicidally killing each other and hacking each other to pieces. If there are survivors, they're not here. Okay?
We can continue on.
Yeah.
Keep going.
As you're moving down to, Brander kind of guides you, from what you can feel, towards one of the sides of the ships. And you actually get to a point where up ahead, you can see that there, he actually turns and warns you. He says, now, I have to warn you, up ahead there's a viewing section that we're going to need to go through. And normally the doors are closed, the window shutters are closed while we're traveling through the warp to shield anybody from looking out into the immaterium. But that is up ahead. As you approach, you can start to feel this ominous feeling building up inside of you. And you turn the corner and you come into this large room, which is clearly on one of the sides of the ship. And you see that, sure enough, there's this large viewing area, but the viewing port has been opened. So at a quick glance, you can see this swirl of colors, oranges and reds and purples and blues, and other objects pulsating out there, but you only get a quick glimpse at it. That was well timed.
That's awful.
That was appropriate.
I bet you can hit for that. I'm going to switch it though. Okay.
So we
So
kinda walked-
you haven't walked in totally yet. You can just kind of see this off in the distance. How would you like to go through this room?
Right. Everyone avert your eyes. Don't get lost looking. Ah, jeez.
Are we walking a straight far line here?
This area widens up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I got a bedroll. We'll just hold that up to our faces.
That's true.
Does anyone have a new rope?
You haven't entered the room yet. You can just
Yeah.
kind of see that it's open.
I don't have.
Tied to each other.
What are you thinking?
Don't look at me like an idiot. It was a good idea. Didn't you watch Bird Box?
I haven't seen it.
You should.
Oh, that's so
I do not have them.
How awful would that be? I'm imagining this like giant, like all glass siding, just like warp.
Yeah.
Dutch would like to take a look if there's like fire hose or anything like long in the area. Like if they have anything like that around.
Something that would substitute as a rope?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's easy enough to find.
Do I have to-
No, you do. You find it. You don't have to roll for that.
How long is it
How long do you need it to be? 20 feet?
to tie? How many are there of us? Six?
Six.
It's not dark in there. You can see it.
I know, but we don't want to see.
That's why I'm saying we should hold the bedroll.
I'm
So we
thinking.
don't see.
I'm thinking.
Well, someone doesn't look, and then you tie ropes to each other, and then
I'm willing to walk forward and try and trailblaze a path at the front, and everyone else can close their eyes or look away, and I'll find the safe path through
through the warp.
this room.
You haven't looked into the room yet. Only from a distance seen that it's there. So you don't even know what's in the room yet.
Everyone.
We should use this. We should use this rope tied amongst ourselves. But you might want to cover your eyes.
Yeah, I'm bird boxing this.
I'll dare. I'll dare.
I'm tying stuff to my head.
I'll
What
dare
does
to
a
look
bird
into the
box?
room.
No.
I will dare to look into the room.
So you're gonna go and look in the room.
Yeah.
So as you kind of walk forward and peek your head into this room, it looks like it's some sort of actually a viewing room, like where people would sit and look out into, just as a change of scenery from what they've had to do. You can see that there's actually like tables and chairs set up. It almost looks a bit like a cafeteria. Not that big though. It's not that big. But as you look in, what you do notice and hear, first off, you can hear the sounds of screaming, crying, and even like desperate praying. And as you peek your head in the room, that stops, so you don't hear it at all.
Wonderful.
And you look in, and there's other dead bodies lying around, or you assume are dead. There's bodies kind of slumped around. There's several at the tables who are just sitting in the chairs. Some of them slouched to the side, some of them kind of hanging over the tables. But the lights in here are incredibly dim. The only light that is filling the room is coming from the viewport. Do you look at the viewport directly, or are you just trying to avoid it?
I'm trying to avoid it, but at the same time also look at how open it is.
Okay.
So I will take a peek.
Okay. So as you just kind of glance up at it, there's a moment where I actually want you to do a willpower test right here, difficulty 3.
Oh boy. Oh, I got it. Actually, no complication.
With difficulty 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you look up at it, you see these shapes form and reform, impossible geometry.
Right.
The number of sides doesn't add up to 360 degrees when you look at the angles, and these weird images.
It's so hard to imagine.
You can't. You just have to imagine the most weird abstract stuff.
I remember that.
And it looks like a nebula. At its simplest, it looks like a nebula but there's like objects floating through it. You can kind of see the flicker of the Geller field holding it all back at bay, where the real space bubble has been put around the ship. And for a moment, you see this one shape just kind of pulsing into weird shapes as it's moving along, almost like it's just kind of traveling through the warp. And you get caught at that for a moment. You find yourself transfixed to it.
Yeah.
But before you get pulled too long into just looking at it for too long, you manage to blink and turn your head away. And you feel sick. You feel nauseated. Yeah, you feel sick to your stomach, but no long-lasting ill effects.
Okay.
I want you to make a corruption test, though.
Yeah.
Difficulty 2 only. You have 4 conviction.
Yeah. I'm full 4 willpower.
Now you can spend a wrath to decrease the difficulty of conviction tests or corruption test by 1.
I did.
It does not say whether you have to do that before or after, so I'll allow you to still do it afterwards if you want to use it to automatically pass that. Because you managed to get 1.
I'll fail. I'll choose to fail.
Fail, so you get another corruption then.
Yeah.
What does that bring you up to? 2. Okay, you're fine so far. Let me know if you ever hit 5, because then we get fun stuff.
Doesn't sound very fun, actually.
It's hilarious. It'll
So
be great.
with that, I know to look away, and I look at the rest of the viewing room, the opposite wall, and
You can see the exit.
I can see how far away would it be.
Not too far. It'll take you like a minute to traverse the room, not even. Depends how slowly you go, of course.
Well, back to the party. We can make it through. You can't look at the windows. You cannot look at the windows. Anyone who is not confident they can't look at the windows should tie something over their eyes. Should cover their
Already
eyes.
am.
It's easier for me to not explain why. You just have to trust me. Because I assume explaining the whole immaterium, don't stare at it thing is just like in one ear out the other. Especially to anyone who hasn't traveled before in space. Abigail.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you definitely know that there are some ships have these viewing areas, but they're definitely kept locked tight while you're traveling through the warp.
Now, Callan, I'm gonna not trust that you can't keep your eyes shut, and I am gonna tie something over your eyes. You just have to trust us.
He just kind of nods.
All right. Do we have any just like?
Yeah, you can find it easily.
Right,
Anything to blindfold. Yeah.
Scrap fabric all over the place.
Yeah. Now, Veranda, you're gonna have to be his eyes to get through this room.
He nods his head. He looks nervous.
Now you two. Are you gonna cover your eyes? Or are you gonna walk through? Just look away.
That feels confident. Not look at it.
Nod, yeah, I think I can do it.
Okay.
Look away.
then we're gonna have Brander to also lead Abigail through as well. So we'll be free armed. Well, we'll be free too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's the plan. I think we go
Do
forward
you
with that.
remember her first exposure to the warp? Oh, screaming?
I find it interesting that the nervous one is going to lead Abigail.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm trusting Brander. Hopefully, my trust in him bolsters him.
Do you want to try to bolster him?
Can I try to bolster him?
I don't know.
Are
Are you
you-
in a state to try to bolster him?
Well,
She'd
She's
be
scared
so
of
much
the
better.
word.
She'd be
Listen, I'm just as scared as you are. You can do this
If
because
you,
I
if you can
can't.
come up with if you can say something in character.
Okay, Brander, you've done this before at least. Or at least similar, I'm sure.
I've never gazed out into the immaterium.
But you haven't before. So you won't now. And I definitely need you to not now.
Give me a difficulty 3 leadership test.
Okay. Yeah, no.
How do you keep failing? You have so many dice you're rolling. Complication?
No. The rat was the only one that succeeded.
Oh wow. And he just kind of nods his head. All right, I'll do my best.
Yeah, if you, this is a very simple task, Brandon. Do not fail the Emperor in such a menial task. Just do not stare at the windows.
I'll do my best. Sir.
Thank you.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I'm very confident in him.
This is Bird Box.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all enter the room.
I'll go front.
So and you're leading who?
I'm leading no one. Brander is gonna be in the middle.
Give me a marching order. Use your miniatures on the table there. We don't have to see this. If you
I
want
was
to
gonna say, where are they even? Here we go.
They're right here.
Where are we entering from?
I'll give you these two to represent, even though they're a little too decked out for these guys. Ooh, no, definitely not him. The one with the auto gun will be Brander.
I'll
and
follow
the
your
one,
feet.
The one with the pistol will be Callan.
Oh, they look cool.
Yeah, this is the Rogue Trader one. So they're,
Okay.
they're definitely too decked out. I don't have any regular guardsman miniatures right here.
Wherever I go. I bring,
These guys
a,
are cool.
I bring a little piece of Catachan wherever I go. Reminds me of
That one's
home.
Brander.
That's Brander. The guy with pistol is
And touch them base to base if
Here's
one is
Dylan's head.
holding the other and leading the other.
that's Brander in the middle, supporting
Oh, so he's
Abigail
on her,
and
that's his
Callan. And then we're gonna have Constantine in the back.
High
Well,
five.
Constantine. Oh yeah, Constantine. Yeah.
And where's the window? This way?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and just.
Everyone look away.
Avert your gaze. Okay, so you head into this big viewing room, and it's much like how I described it before, and you're all just kind of averting your gaze one way or the other. And you can, yeah, off in the distance you do hear noises. The same thing happens after you leave, and as you guys are coming back, you can hear the same thing. You can hear kind of whimpering and crying coming from that room, and it sounded almost not chanting, but almost like repeated prayers. You can't make out the words though. But once you enter the room, it's gone, and you see all these different bodies everywhere. A couple dozen bodies at least, all slumped in various states. Like some of them look like they're asleep, some of them look like they might be dead. It's hard to tell. It's very dark in this room. And once again, even though you're not looking, you can kind of see the flickering light, because this room is mainly lit from the light coming from the warp, which is not very comforting. So it's a very strange feeling. All the hairs in your arms just stand on edge. You feel goosebumps. You feel the tingle on your spine. Every weird sensation that could possibly happen as you're going through here, you experience it. It's just radiating it. About halfway through the room, I want everybody to give me a willpower difficulty 3 test. I'll give you a +1 to it because you're all averting your gaze. You get an extra die.
Right.
That's what +1 does.
Come on.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, you got the 6 in your wrath though. You can throw glory in the pool.
Now I can spend a wrath to reduce my 1, right?
Oh.
No, this is not a corruption test. You can spend a wrath to
That's
reroll.
just for corrupt.
We got an extra glory there in the middle.
I'm gonna spend a wrath.
Can we actually move that cup because he's actually trying to look at the pictures right now.
Sorry.
I'm
Now-
gonna
spend a wrath?
Yeah, I failed
Okay, so
that.
we gained a glory, and Dutch is spending a wrath.
Now, for complications on this,
We'll talk about that in a second, Shrey. We'll narrative.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, that was a 4.
You're gonna. Man, you guys are sucking with your rolls today.
It's not that hard to look away from windows.
Josh also
Looks away from the window.
spends a wrath. Did you pass?
No, I also had a complication.
Okay. Did you want to reroll or anything?
No, because I might need this later.
It's so beautiful.
Well, you could roll this.
Luca, did you pass yours?
I did.
With a complication, though?
I
Oh,
did.
jeez.
So you passed, but. So who got complications? Just the two of you?
Yep.
All right. So what are your complications? First off, anybody who failed, well, you can't. You find yourself drawn towards looking over. That you just can't help it, and then you find yourself just kind of mesmerized, and you stop. But before we go any further, what would you two like your complications to be?
I'm gonna have it be.
Because you pass, so you don't look at it. But what? And you look at it, and you're gonna be doing corruption tests.
So
Everybody's gonna be doing a corruption test. Yours is gonna already be harder because you looked,
I guess my blindfold wasn't tied too well.
right? So, but what's your complication?
That would be the complication. So I was wearing a blindfold.
Oh, so you're blind. Okay, so you
Yeah.
look in the direction, but you wouldn't have been able to see it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it slips, and you actually look.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good complication. So I want everybody to make a corruption test as they walk through here. Now, those who pass their willpower test, it's just a difficulty 2 corruption.
Yep.
Those who look at it directly, it's a difficulty 5 corruption. Now, before you make the roll, you can spend a wrath to reduce the difficulty by 1.
But not after.
Not after. We're gonna remember it this time.
I'm gonna stick with it too.
I also got a complication. I'm trying to think of what I got earlier on.
You're like, don't look at it, don't look at it.
Your
don't look at it."
complication.
No, I'm
we can
looking
just
at it.
increase
Looking
the
at it. Looking at it.
So make it difficulty 4.
We'll make it 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll spend the 1 to make
I
my
got it.
Yes,
4.
okay.
You're gonna drop it down to 4, spinning a wrath. We're gonna recalculate wrath in a second. Anybody pass? Or anybody
Pass.
fail? Pass?
Passed.
Failed.
Failed?
Failed.
Both of you get a corruption.
Hey, get a, oh, that's not that much.
Okay, quick recap. How much glory we have? We have 1 glory.
1 glory.
Let's go around the table how much wrath, because I know we just did a lot there. I want to make sure we have it correct on the
1
screen.
for Dutch.
1. How much
2.
wrath? 2 and 0. You get that, Colin? Awesome. 1, 2, and 0.
Oh, you know what?
I'm failing by
I'm
1
gonna
every time.
steal this. I forgot this was in the pool. I'm gonna steal it.
That's the
Maybe
most
if I get it.
annoying part.
That's yeah.
I did,
Okay, and we use the last glory, so we're down to 0 glory.
but I don't get corruption.
You don't get the corruption. That's good. You don't want to let corruption build up. Let me just put it
Because
that
you
way.
would have been at what, 3, Luca?
That would have been my 3rd. I'm at 3.
So one room.
Oh,
So, Dutch and Constantine, as you move forward, you all of a sudden realize that people aren't following you anymore. And yeah, so you have this feeling like Abigail is no longer the same couple of feet behind you that she was just a moment ago.
No, she's in front of me though with the marching order.
Oh,
right?
sorry, who's in the front?
So it's Dutch.
no.
So it's me. Then
Oh,
Dutch.
that's you, sorry.
Yeah.
So, Wilfric and Dutch, you notice this. Now, Constantine, the people in front of you stop moving. And you can notice, as you look over, you can see Abigail just kind of staring off.
Yep.
Eyes glazed over as she looks out at the viewport.
Scum, what are you doing? Avert your eyes.
Right now,
Sir.
totally transfixed.
Ah.
You can give me a leadership check, difficulty 3.
Oh no.
A warp whale just went by.
Oh.
No.
No? Okay. So you don't manage to get her to avert her gaze.
Do we overhear him commanding
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys hear this.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm gonna turn. I turn around and I look at Brander. What's Brander doing?
He's just kind of holding on to her because he's not looking anywhere. So he's just looks confused, but is afraid to look anywhere.
I'm gonna walk over.
At this
and-
moment, as you move back towards her, you start to hear motion from around you. A quick glance, you see some of the bodies that were lying seemingly unconscious start to rise up, and they turn to face you. Their eyes close, and then they move rapidly towards you. Some of them holding broken bottles, others just what looks like makeshift weapons, and they look aggressive as they all just move towards you, totally silent, not making any noise. They're not going brains. They're just but eyes closed as they move in towards you. So we've entered combat, and from what little you can tell, you can feel motion from all around you, but you haven't really gazed around to get the scene. But they're definitely closing in fast. Who would like to act first? I'm not going to spend a ruin to go first.
Dutch will yell out, "Wilfric, get her now!" As he pulls out this plasma gun, and he's going to fire it into the group.
Okay. So just haphazardly into the
To a
group?
group of enemies.
Into the group of enemies, yes, into the group of enemies.
Group of enemies.
Overwhelming
Oh,
firepower.
shoot. Oh, look,
Yeah.
watch out! Boom! Oh, Brander's dead.
Well, this is-
Okay, so the darkness and the fact that you're averting your gaze makes this all a little more difficult. We're going to be applying a +1 difficulty to any combat actions that are not in close combat, just as you're averting.
what's the distance?
Oh, you're easily in rapid fire.
Okay.
They're close.
So one for a close range and then rapid fire.
Their defense is only 2, but it's up to 3 because of the situation.
Ooh. It's a crit on the wrath. thing.
Nice.
So I get one for the pool, correct?
Get one for the pool, and you'll get a wrath. The wrath is brutal rupture. Target suffers plus D3 wounds and is hindered 1. Which just means we don't have to roll that because it's a mob, so only 1 wound each. So the question is, how many of them do you hit?
7. So I got 7 in total.
And you needed 3, so it means you hit 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay, so you turn, and immediately, just as you yell back, you just start unloading, and you guys can hear this all of a sudden. I'd like you to give me a willpower test, difficulty 3, to see if you snap out of it with the noise.
1, 2, 4. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so you managed to snap out of it, so you're no longer transfixed.
Oh yeah, I did.
You got a wrath die, so another glory. Another glory for the pool.
2 glory.
2 glory. So you're just start shooting out, kind of like keeping your eyes averted, and you can see a few of the bodies just going down. Horrible plasma scorch marks all over them as they collapse. Does anybody want to spend a glory to go next, or are we going to let some of the mob go? We've got a couple mobs of these individuals coming in, so I'm going to be acting more than once.
I'd like to go. Do you want to go? You're not overly concerned. I'll steal a glory.
Spending a glory, so you're down to 1 glory.
Try and go again. I'll go as well.
What are you going to do?
So I look over at Abigail. Do I notice that she breaks her gaze and she looks away from the warp?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
All right. What about Brander?
He doesn't seem transfixed. He was more confused why Abigail wasn't following her.
And his eyes are closed?
Yeah.
Okay. So he might not know that.
No, his eyes have been open because he needs
Okay.
to lead the way, but he's been averting his gaze.
All right, well, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to pull out good old Brunhilde, and I'm going to open fire into... how many... Can I discern... Can I tell how many people are in the one horde that was just shot
Do you
at?
want to look around?
Oh, no, I guess I'll keep... Well, yeah.
You're basically like this. You're like, oh goodness. Tick, 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 tick. That's why it's more difficult.
Yeah,
you're
I'll-
trying not to like look around and defeat the whole purpose of what you're doing to begin with.
Yeah. I'm going to... Oof. Oof. You know what? I'm gonna look. I'll look. I'm gonna look and try to figure out where these hordes are.
You are going to look around?
I'm gonna look.
Okay, give me a willpower test, difficulty 3.
Dang it! What is?
Always by 1.
I think you rolled that last time too.
I'm going to.
3 3s and a 6.
That's more corruption. Or that's me like being drawn in by the stupid. I'll spend a wrath to reroll. I'm down to 1 wrath. Okay, I got a 3.
Okay, so you don't get transfixed, basically.
Right.
So you're not hindered at all. So as you look around, there's at least a couple dozen of these people just kind of rising up. Some of them are other ones are getting up and moving towards your position silently. Looks like there's quite a few of them.
Okay, I'm gonna open up fire into the nearest horde around me to try and clear them up a little bit.
12, 12, 6, 9. Okay, go ahead.
So rapid firing, and you know what? I'll even salvo. I'll use it.
So it'll be the same. It'll be the same group that you fired at because Dutch is near you.
I'll even salvo.
You're gonna use a reload.
Yep. I'm down to 2 reloads, and I
you-
should have
Difficulty will be 3. Their defense of 2 plus the 1 for
5.
the awkwardness of
8.
this whole situation.
And then 1 more die. All right. Here we go. Hey, we got
Got
a
a
glory.
6 on the rat.
Ting.
Oh man, little else.
Hey, well that's something. That's something.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
kinda
whole
crap.
lot of dice for a whole little something.
So we got a total of 4, 8. Wait, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you hit 3 as well. Oh, but you rolled a 6, so you got a
Oh
rat.
yeah, that's right.
It's against a mob, so yeah, they take plus D3 plus 1 wounds and are on fire. So in this case, it won't matter because that just means that each of them will
Singular
die.
target. Yeah.
So you also kill 3 of them. So you're they're just moving in. What's your weapon? What are you firing with?
That's a bolt gun.
A bolt gun.
Yeah.
So you're the one plasma gun on these unarmored people, and then a bolt gun just blah blah blah. And they're just exploding from the bolt gun shells as more of the bodies go down.
Like a little knife on the end of my bolt gun. Stab.
Okay, so it's their turn. So the mob of what's 4 individuals close in on you and start to hack at you at the front. Sorry, I should have your stats ready. What's your defense?
I've got it.
What's your defense?
Oh, sorry, 5. 4.
220.
I was paying attention then.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm getting attacked.
Okay, so there's 4 of them, so we have an extra 2 because I can only do half. Their weapon skill is 5, so we're going up to 7. But they're just attacking with like improvised weapons. They've got lead pipes and broken bottles and whatever. It's just weird stuff. Whatever they seem to be able to pick up at the moment. Yeah. And you've had a vision during the adventure, right?
I have.
No, let's keep that.
Whale's getting closer.
Don't like this. The warp
Sorry, your
whale.
defense is 4?
4.
Okay, I got 4.
Nice.
I got a 6 on my wrath die, but I'm already at full ruin. So I hit you. No, I'm not going to be moving anything over. What's your resilience?
8.
Okay, I'm only 6 plus 1,
So you need a
but I get an extra 1 because you've suffered a vision before. So
Okay.
there's something horrific as they approach you. You just feel this extra bit of tension as they come in, and they seem to hone in specifically on you. So I got to roll decent to actually do some damage. I fail.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a ruin to have the other group go.
Hey.
They close in towards the rear.
Okay, so there's one over here.
There's a lot of them. So at the very rear there, we've got.
Oh no. That's Constantine.
Oh, Constantine, you can take it, right? So
Ideally.
there's 10 of them kind of swarming around you here as they come on in. So we've got our 5 plus 5 more. And you've had a vision too as well, right?
Yes.
What's your defense?
2.
Okay, I pass it, but with just 3. I'm going to spend a ruin to re-roll because I rolled horribly. I only got 3, and I'm rolling 10 dice. So I want to try to see if I can punch through that toughness of yours.
Yes.
Do a little better. I'm going to be able to shift 2 dice. And I got a wrath, so I actually get a ruin back. I'm back up to 4 ruin. So I get to shift 2 of those dice over to damage, plus 1 for the weapon, plus 1 because you've experienced visions. What's your resilience?
11.
11.
Okay, so I'm going to have to roll really well. So I'm 6 plus 4 dice.
Okay.
6s.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh.
So they kind of swarm around you, and you can feel the hands trying to claw you down, but you just managed to kind of butt them out of the way. It's a good thing you took that plus 1 toughness. Otherwise, you'd have just taken some shock damage right there.
That's correct.
Okay, that's me. Who's next?
That's you.
Well, I guess I'm going to aim and salvo and throw a million dice.
They are now in combat with you.
Yes.
What's the disengage? Move to half your speed? No. Because they get a free swing if I move out, I believe, right?
Yes, if you just move.
Yeah, they get an opportunity attack.
I guess I'll take a step back and let them get that opportunity attack.
So you just kind of push against them.
Yeah, why not, right?
Right, where's
So
the rules
tough.
for opportunity attacks? Is it just a simple another attack?
You're dying.
I hope they don't get a huge amount of bonuses on this.
I can go for some chocolate pie. Okay.
Couldn't you?
Yeah, I want to find opportunity attacks. See if there's
I
anything.
think it's somewhere around 218, right?
218. I'm there. I don't see opportunity attack. Oh, engaged. Ouch. So you can use a pistol in close combat, or obviously your weapon skill. This is known. Okay, we'll trigger an immediate melee attack from the opponent. Yeah, so it's just a regular attack. So 10 dice again. Here we go. Let's try this again.
Just go away.
Oh, that's a good
Just
roll.
kinda like,
I roll a complication though. Oh, which doesn't matter in a mob.
yeah.
Good to know. I feel good about it, though.
Yeah. So sorry, what's your defense?
2.
So I get 2 extra dice that I can shift. But given how much ruin I still have, I am going to spend 1 to re-roll the rest of those dice, except for that complication die. I can't re-roll that. And I don't get to shift anymore. I didn't roll any more 6s. So I'm down to 3 ruin. So you had a vision. We're shifting 2 dice. So we're doing the same thing again. 6 plus 4 dice.
Yep.
I believe in you.
6, 7,
No,
8,
don't do that.
9, 10, 11.
Hey!
So exactly.
Okay.
So D3 shock. You take 1 shock damage.
That's not bad.
So you feel that once again, as you're pulling away, you have a hard time. You're kind of butting them with your gun and kicking them away, but you start to feel they're pulling you down as much as they can, and it fatigues you a bit.
Okay. Makes sense.
But you do pull away, and now you're able to fire.
So should be 7 dice base, and then 1 for being short range, and 1 for the rapid fire one.
Okay.
And then the salvo 2 should give me 2 more dice in.
You're gonna use a reload.
Yeah.
Spending a reload. Yeah, their defense will be 3, given the fact that you're not looking around directly at them.
Bang, bang. Hey, another
Yeah.
6, man. Wow, that's
So
3 in a
I
row.
will throw
Another glory goes in the middle.
one there.
Are you ready?
Ding. Okay, so we got a grand total of that is 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's really good.
You said it was defense 3?
3. So that means you hit 4. Hold on. 3, 5, 7, 9. So you hit 4 of them.
Okay.
What's your damage going to be?
7.
Okay, you're
plus-
good. Their resilience is obviously really low because they're unarmored
Yeah.
civilians. And so you kill. Sorry, 3, 5, 7, 9. You kill 4 of them. What's the gun that you're using?
That is a hotshot lasgun.
Yeah.
It's a hell gun.
So you're just like, you back up as they're playing, you just into this group of unarmored civilians. Just want to point that out. They don't
Are you trying to make it sound like we're the bad guys here?
No.
I distinctly remember you said they were coming at us with knives.
Yeah, and broken beer
Oh,
bottle.
I
Broken
guess,
beer
okay, yeah,
bottles,
I
yeah.
guess not unarmed.
Yeah.
Unarmored. Closed eyes, silent.
Trying to bottle us.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's rude.
It's very rude.
Okay, who's next?
I think that's called murder.
I think I'm all that's left.
Oh, actually, no. I'm going to have Callan go
Actually,
next.
over there.
Callan, as all this is happening, you see him start to shake and tremor. And as you look over, you see that he's staring out into the Immaterium. He's got his blindfold on,
Okay.
but he's gazing in that direction.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to have you do a willpower test for him. I want everybody to see this. His conviction is 3, but with so you only get 3 dice.
I thought for some
It's
reason.
going to be a
I was-
difficulty of 3, but because he's received aid from who was that talked him down? Was it you that talked? Yeah, you actually
calmed him
managed-
down a little bit
You actually
earlier.
calmed him down. We're going to give him a +1 to this. So go ahead and roll it.
Hey, up. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so you roll the complication. I already know exactly what's going to happen on the complication.
Greater
here.
demon.
As he looks over, all of a sudden he just starts to shake violently. Brander's not able to hold on to him. He just goes into like an epileptic shock or whatever you want to compare it to, and just drops to the floor and starts spasming.
Is he
And
seizing?
just violently, just having a major seizure, and just violently spasming on the ground right now. So he's on the ground. Brander's distracted by this and tries to move down to help him. Now it's your turn.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing then. I'm going to jump to the other side of him and try and do some Medicaid to stabilize him.
Okay, give me a Medicaid test.
That is fine.
We'll make it a difficulty.
She's warped now.
In the warp.
Yeah, she's gonna do the work. We'll make it a difficulty 4.
Swim back.
We'll make it a difficulty 4 just for
Yep.
you to kind of see what's going on.
Breaststroke.
Yeah, there we go.
Brutal.
That.
Really
and
good roll.
So you got another glory.
And I can shift 2.
Okay,
I can shift 3.
Yeah.
so you got a triple shift.
Yep.
Okay, so this is not a medical condition. As you're looking, you can see the discoloration
Yep.
spreading through his body as he's shaking, and you realize this is nothing that your medicine is going to be able to help.
Well then.
The only thought that comes to your mind, we can talk about shifting the dice in a second, is that maybe that stim might slow the effect, but once again, it's hard to say whether that's going to do anything. What would you like your shifted dice to do?
Well, now that I know I can't help him.
You can always throw 1 in the glory,
I did. Well, I got 1 on the rat, so there's already
but
one.
you can throw another 1 in the
Oh, yeah.
glory because you can shift it.
Yeah.
It's another glory, so you got 2 more that you can shift. anything narrative you can think of for those two?
Not particularly for this.
Just step on his throat.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's like, what, do I put a bullet in his head now?
Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll shift him as you look closer, as he's convulsing on the ground, and there's, he's just like all the he's just frothing at the mouth, and all that's coming out. You think to actually pull back his blindfold, and you can see his eyes are all totally bloodshot, and even maybe it's a trick of your eyes and the trick of the room, but they even seem to be glowing slightly.
Oh, that's not good.
And so you immediately see this, and kind of it sends this shock of adrenaline through you as you realize something bad is going down with this body.
We gotta put this one down.
Put it back, put it back, put it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So-
could do that.
So Brander's kind of looking up at you, but all of a sudden he looks up and he sees more of the bodies closing. So he stands up and he unloads with his auto gun as fast as he can. So he's going to salvo as well. And so we're looking at his ballistic skill is 6, short range, rapid fire. Is it salvo? Salvo 2 for auto guns, right? Oh, I got it right here. What am I saying? Auto gun, salvo 3. He fires into the crowd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. He gets 5 hits. And I don't have to roll his damage because it's already higher. So 5 more of them go down. Brander just...
You got 5 hits?
Yeah, I rolled 4 6s on top of actually rolling
Actual
4
hits.
pluses.
Oh my.
He used a reload. He salvoed.
You just showed both of us up, though. That's
So 5
all
hits.
3 of us.
So he actually he downs all but one of them that are in the back. So there's now 1 at the back that was engaged with you, and there's still 4 in the front. Now this starts a new round. I'm not going to spend a rune to go first.
Okay, so 4 in the front.
So you're engaged with them in close combat at this point.
Oh, I am.
So you can use pistols or close combat weapons. You can't shoot your main weapon.
I got a knife at the end of my bolt that told me to stab a few.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're engaged. Yeah, they attacked him, but you're engaged as well.
They swarm around
They
us.
swarmed around you.
If I take aim, I can shoot into combat, correct?
Not when you're in
No,
combat.
not when I'm in
Yeah,
Shoot
combat.
into, not while in.
Mm,
They don't seem very hard to kill.
okay, I suppose I'll use.
Like, what's your strength?
My strength is 4.
You can
Yeah.
use the stubber in close combat, though, right? The pistol.
Oh, I can?
The stubber is a pistol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can draw it. It's a simple action to draw it.
Sure, yeah, okay. We'll use that. 3.
So short range, so you get a +1 to that.
You use your weapon skill in close when you're shooting with a pistol?
Yes, you're going to use your weapon skill though, not your
Oh, you
ballistic
my
skill.
weapon skill. My weapon skill is 8. So 3, 6, 7, 8.
And now that they're
Okay.
engaged, we're just going to drop their defense back to 2.
Okay.
Because
Oops.
the lighting doesn't matter too much here. So you rolled a complication,
Hey!
but you got 1 hit. So 1 more goes down. We don't have to roll damage because their resilience is 4.
Nice.
So most of your weapons, if you're unarmed, that might be the only place we have to roll to see if you hurt them. So another one of them goes down. So there's 3 more that are surrounding you. But you got a complication.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me what it is.
Oh, okay.
We got a nice deck of cards here for combat complications.
Plasma gun blows up somehow.
You shot your plasma gun.
No.
Out of ammo.
Oh, okay.
So your stubber is you have to use a reload if you want to fire it again. And you've got to. So I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
The owning character must spend 1 action to reload. So you actually have to spend a turn to.
For your stubber.
For my
And
stubber.
a reload.
And a reload.
But it's your stubber that's out of ammo right now. If we're out of combat, you don't have to use an action, but you still have to use a reload.
I guess that's not going to
Are
reload.
you guys going to
Yeah,
use a glory to go
exactly.
next, or is it my turn?
I don't think we need a glory up on this one.
No?
No, unless someone really, really wants to. No, I'm not getting that
I
vibe.
feel relatively safe right now.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know that's
aware
fair.
of a terrible thing happening there.
When he does, I'll just take his stubber.
Yeah. It's the second stubber. It's not out of ammo, right?
Yeah, I just,
Yeah, just throw that one away. Keep the other
Just
one.
throw the stubber at someone.
ah,
Probably do more damage.
If you want to show the miniatures here, Colin, we're about to see something different.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have Callan go next.
I guess I can't spend that glory now, can I?
Guess we should have maybe just executed him. But you know what? I'm happy we didn't.
Replace his model with this one, please.
Is it also prone?
Nope.
Oh,
It's getting up.
Oh, shucks.
Look at that.
As you're all of a sudden, I'm assuming I'm not going to tell Abigail exactly what she's going to do, but I'm assuming there's a little shriek that comes from that direction as discoloration starts to ripple through his skin, and all of a sudden his eyes flash even wider open, and he just gets up. But he doesn't get up by standing up. He just almost like floats up into the air, and all of a sudden he parks his arms, and he lets out this shriek, this horrible, horrible shriek.
I don't think I can recreate Abigail's reaction without deafening everyone.
You try.
Oof. Evil one.
I'll give you a wrath if you do a good job.
No.
I meant more the audience.
Yeah.
That actually echoed.
You hear it in your own ears?
A little bit, yeah. The echo came back on me there.
All right, so he gets up, and I'm gonna randomize this between you and Brander. 4+ is Brander.
No!
Actually, you roll it for me, so everybody can see that I'm not giving it. Go ahead, Terry. 4+, it's Brander.
It's me.
It's you. Okay. So he gets up, and one of his arms just actually falls off as he's doing this, and in its place, this horrifying tendril sprouts out of the socket, and it's got this bluish, purplish thing to it. And he looks down at you and just and swings down with this horrifying tendril. Weapon skill of 7. What's your defense?
2.
Ooh. Okay, I actually roll a 6, so I gain a ruin. I'm up to 4 ruin. Actually, what happens? Oh, if I roll a 6 on the wrath die for this guy, restores wounds and shock. Whoa, spoilers.
Jeez.
Like for us, right?
Nope.
Watch him have
I'm going to be able to shift 2 dice into this damage. So we're looking, Abigail, at it. Oh, none of the shift dice helped. So 11 damage. What's your resilience?
That's the
4 plus 2 armor, so 6.
Ignores your armor. It's AP minus 2.
Nice.
Just kind of cuts right through your armor. So it does 7 damage. Would you like to soak?
Oh yeah.
So spend a shock to soak, and
Yep.
then roll your soak.
So that is 2 soak.
So you take 3 shock, and the remaining
3.
wounds, which is 5. So you take 5 wounds. So it's still unconscious?
I'm unconscious.
All right, so you hear a shriek from Abigail, and as you look over, you see this huge creature just boom! And he just looks, the miniature actually does a good job
That
of
is
it.
terrifying.
There's
looking.
all these weird stuff. His clothes start to rip off, not because he's all of a sudden muscular, but more just like rippling.
more
It's
terrifying.
just
He's
weird.
not human bodied anymore.
Yeah, as he starts to tear at everybody around him.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
no,
I was
that's it.
probably watching this at work and just heard that. I just realized that.
So who's next?
Oh,
Kill those things.
I'd like to kind of, I guess, pull up my sidearm, my stubborn.
So you're next?
Yeah.
Give me a fear test. Level 3.
Oh, that's
Difficulty 3.
What is that? Willpower? Or am I trying to?
I believe fear is willpower.
Or is it resolve? My resolve is not great.
Fear test 159.
I'm pretty sure it's resolved.
My resolve is poo.
Are there
Nope,
still
that is not
3
a
more
fear test. Hold on.
Yeah.
things? Yeah, kill that.
230.
I think it's like 4 even.
Okay, I killed 1.
Fear. Resolve.
And its difficulty, sorry.
3.
Oh, jeez.
It's just a fear test, though.
Hey, I got
Hey,
it.
and you got
glory.
a 6 in your wrath. You get another glory.
We're at 6? Or like,
Yeah, if you fail if you fail this fear test, it just gives you +1 difficulty
oh, okay.
when attacking or interacting with the source of the fear. If it's terror, then it does a +2 difficulty, and you can't approach it. Okay, so you're fine to act however you'd like.
I'm gonna pull up my sidearm, my stubber, and try and get some gut shots. And
Where are you right now?
I'm over here.
So you're still surrounded by
3 guys.
3 more guys.
Yeah.
Try to finish them off.
And what is their defense?
Just 2 in close combat. You're using your weapon skill, though, right?
Yes.
Oh, you got another 6 in your wrath die.
I did. That's
Which-
our maximum glory of 7. Well,
7
7 a player.
Well, 6 is your max right now,
or 6. Okay.
because you don't have Kenny. So you're still at 6.
Yeah, we're at 6.
Okay, so for your wrath, yeah, they just take extra wounds.
That's a
so
roll.
we're just gonna. How many do you hit? That'll be that many dead.
So I could. I hit them on the 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 shifts.
Yep, they're dead. So they all die.
Boom, boom, boom.
So there's only one of the sleeping things left, and it's on the other side,
Over here.
near the
spawn.
weird whatever thing it is. It's not a chaos spawn.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just telling you, it doesn't look like a chaos spawn.
It looks like.
It looks like that.
What does a chaos bomb look like?
Yeah, it looks like whatever Chaos wants it to look
Chaos
like.
spawns are much
It
bigger and
Looks
much
like a
more dangerous.
Mutated tadpole.
Would it be?
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so that's you. Does anybody want to spend a glory to go next? Otherwise, the one unconscious guy gets to go
I'm
again.
also gonna move after I kill them all with my stubber to take position behind that object, if possible.
We're not playing on that board, you realize, right?
That's what I'm doing though.
But you can get behind an object.
That's what the object looks
Yeah,
like.
it's roughly shaped like that.
Roughly shaped like that.
Okay.
I'll spend wrath to make it so.
Sure.
No.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, who's next? Oh, wait, no, we got the one guy next. So the unconscious guy follows... Actually, no, he's going to go after Brander, because Brander's closer now.
You giving up on me?
Brander actually is going to be hard for... He's only 1. His only weapon skill 5. And Brander's got a defense of 2. Oh, jeez. I hit and I can shift 1 die. So it's going to be 6 plus 2. Yeah, I'm going to have to roll well, because his resilience is 8 with his flak armor.
Who, Brander?
So I only got 7. So
It's just like
it's good. It's appropriate.
that's the real enemy we're dealing with is like the baby of that or whatever.
The baby whale.
It's a baby
Yeah.
whip.
That's what a baby.
Murdering a baby space whale.
That's what a baby warp whale looks like.
All right, who's next?
I'm going to fire at it.
Give
So-
me a fear test. This is a resolve
Oh.
test, difficulty 3.
Are you 2? Yeah, you would be 2.
Oh! You even got the wrath.
Yeah.
We can't get any more.
Yeah.
I know you're full. So you can interact normally.
Guys, use it.
So you're gonna fire at it with your plasma.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to find some kind of cover,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Of course.
I'm gonna fire it. I am going to. I'm gonna overcharge.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
All right. It's got a defense of 3,
What does overcharge do again?
but it is in
Supercharge.
combat right now with Brander, and since you've moved, you can't aim.
Oh, it does an extra 2 dice damage. Okay. So 9. I'm in close range.
How many can you pull out of there?
I am gonna use a reload to rapid fire. So it's
So
an
if you
extra
roll a 1 for the
2.
wrath die,
Doesn't really say limit.
then it actually will hit Brander instead, just to warn you. In addition to your overcharging.
Okay.
Plus 6
It'll all be bad. It'll be all sorts of bad. But you can always aim to negate that, but you move, so you can't aim.
So salvo 2. I need 1 more die, Josh. Mind if
How many dice do you get for this?
So,
You're using your
short
Blissa
range,
skill. What's your Blissa skill?
9.
Oh, wow.
So
Short
short
range,
range, rapid fire, and then 2.
You're going to use a
for-
reload to salvo it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So all that.
wow. Okay, well, you should be able to hit him. Defense 3 only. But you fail it.
Come on.
Complication! Oh, poor Brander!
Well, does that also an overheat then too?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no!
What do you mean, poor Brander? Is he getting hit as
Yeah,
well?
that's, if you shoot into combat, a
That's
complication
right.
hits a random target instead of the intended target.
You just wasted so many things, maybe, and killed.
Okay, well, take your d6 mortal wounds. And you don't have to shift any of the dice. You can opt not to shift the dice, obviously.
Can you soak? Oh, only demons can.
4 mortal wounds.
4.
How many wounds do you have in total?
I have 6.
All right, so you're heavily wounded. So the plasma, as it shoots out, it overheats. And you just feel this searing heat across your body. Now roll damage against Brander, who's only got a resilience of 8, with 3 of that being armor. What's the AP of
Oh, did you
plasma
already
gun?
roll random
It's
target?
-3.
He's the only other target.
Yeah, he's on the other target.
Oh, it's another random target.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you don't want me to add all this up?
Hold on a second.
He's gonna. I think we're just gonna overkill him. No.
Actually, no. It's just a random target instead
Okay.
of the.
Thank goodness. So
You may choose to move.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, he could have aimed.
Okay, so well, you actually roll to see which one you hit. So it's going to be a 4+. It's Brander. Go.
Brander.
Ah, it's Brander. Okay, so you don't have to shift any dice. What's the AP of a plasma gun?
AP -3.
Okay, so you just ignore his armor, so he's down to 5 resilience. So you're going to do
It's like
15 plus 1. Go ahead
Plus
and roll
1
it
plus the extra 2 dice.
for
because I'm
overcharging.
overcharging.
Nice.
Plus an extra 3.
Yeah, poor Brander.
Oh,
Nothing extra. That's.
It's only 10 damage.
Sorry, what was the total? No, 11. It's 11.
Oh, okay.
No, it's 15. It's a plasma gun, right?
Yeah, so it should be resilience is 5.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying it after
Yeah.
it's 10. Goodness.
Yeah, 10 wounds.
Come on.
He can't, even soaking, he's not going to be able to get any way of that. You know what, we're going to make him...
Goodbye, Brander.
He's now a melting little puddle.
I would roll.
How many wounds does he have?
My first overcharge.
3.
So he gets overkilled, right?
Yeah,
He just gets
if
obliterated.
I was going to try to keep him alive...
It does count towards my objective.
There you go.
Overwhelming firepower. I feel like that deserves a chastisement. That's awful. That was ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna soak it. If I can soak well, then it won't overkill me. Okay, he soaked well enough, but he's down. So put him on the ground, and he is he'll bleed out within a round or two. I will because he's an NPC in the character or party now. We'll actually roll for his death saving throws. whatever
I
you
suppose I
want.
was distracted by
Defiance,
the
thank
warp.
you.
Is there like, does he not get overkilled by the, like, is it like takes double his health, he dies? Is that not a thing?
It is, but I soaked enough of it.
Oh, you did, nice.
Yeah. So I lowered the damage enough that that didn't happen.
You just took 5 damage instead of 6.
Yeah, it was
at least.
Poorly.
Yeah, that didn't go very well. Okay, so it's my turn now, unless somebody wants to spend a glory and go next. Because hold on,
Could've
what has
been
happened?
amazing.
What has happened so far this round?
I killed 3 guys, and then you went.
And then I
Didn't-
went.
Yeah, because didn't.
Yeah,
You
that
spent the
was
glory
that
this
was that was you. No, we didn't spend the glory because then we said we're not going to spend the glory. Then you transformed him, and then you
What
went.
was this round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, okay.
And
Should have spent the glory.
Okay,
then
so-
not you went.
Okay, so you guys can just keep going because I have the one guy.
You have your
left.
one guy. Yeah.
All right, well he's going to shift his attention to you, Constant. You don't feel very worried.
Yeah.
I hit you. I rolled a wrath die, so I get a ruin. I'm back up to 5 ruin.
Woo!
Boo. Yep. Now you look at that rune and are concerned by it, which is good. But I don't get to shift anything, so you're resilient. I can't hurt you because I'm 6 plus a die, so the max I can get is 8.
5 glory. 5 ruin.
Oh yeah, it's a number of players.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just used to 5. So 4.
Cheating.
We're back up
It's
to
okay.
4
I've
then.
never actually
Yeah.
used enough that would matter. So I'm still at 4. Okay, so he does nothing, but he is engaged with you in close combat.
All right.
Overwhelming firepower.
Or you just like ignore him to like shoot out of combat. Like you can't hurt me, sir.
Well, you can just walk away from him, and
Yeah.
then he'll take his opportunity attack.
My only thinking is that if I do that, then he might eventually
Get
try to hit
lucky?
somebody else.
Oh, I see.
Pull a sidearm out and kill him then.
Yeah, so let's just shoot it with the stubber.
All right, defense is only 2. He's got to hit him to kill him.
I believe
Bam.
in you. Hey, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's dead. So all that's left is this thing.
Did you want to move?
And I can't shift any of these in there because that's already maxed out, right?
Yeah, we're already at 6.
Okay. I will move to take me over that way.
Now don't forget that one of the things you can do is a multi-action,
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about those.
but you can't do the same action twice. So he wouldn't be able to shoot. But like for example, if you had your gun and you pulled out and you just wanted to punch that thing to death, you could have declared a multi-action melee attack, shooting attack. You could do that. So then if you killed him with the one, you could have shot with the other one. It's +2 difficulty on both of them though.
Is it because there's still attacks for the multi-attack? So I could have swung shot.
Yeah, no, that's a multi-action.
Okay.
Because those are 2 different actions. There's melee attacks and range attacks. You can't do the same one first. You could do a multi-target.
Okay, so the pistol still counts out.
You're close combat. It's a melee attack.
Okay.
But you could have declared that you're going to do a melee attack and a range attack.
That would have been.
But you would have not used
smart.
your pistol. You would have hit him, like punched him. And that way.
Well, they
you
had a
could-
shock maul too.
Right. So you could have pulled that out and just boom, and then shot him. Just think of that. Just remember that for the future. Don't forget your other actions that you can take. There's also interaction attacks that could be useful to hinder or drop defensive things. Anyway, let's keep going.
It's a new. Oh.
Does anybody else can go, or is that everybody?
We have defiance checks.
I got to do a defiance check.
All right, give me one. Do you want to use it? Do you have any wrath?
I have one.
So do you call it? You got to use it before if you want to add
choosing
one.
not to use on this one.
Because you can't use a wrath to reroll.
Exactly. I know.
Okay.
I reread it. Don't worry.
You looked over it.
Yep.
Exactly. How do I do this?
I have 3 of these, so I can screw up one.
Well,
Don't roll
yeah.
a 1.
Oh, I rolled a
no.
1.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
You're told specifically not to roll.
I'm bad at leadership.
Oh, That is a main.
Okay, I have one more of these.
I believe.
All right, somebody better stabilizer. Okay, and then we've got poor little Brander. Somebody roll it for me. Brander rolls a 2, so he fails his first one of 3.
I think. Oh no.
Brander's not looking too good. He's bleeding out. Okay, we start a new round. Given the situation, given the situation, I'm going to be kind and not spend a rune and go first.
Are you a warp whale?
No, I don't know what that was. That was me contemplating.
Okay, who's going to go first?
I'm gonna try again.
you're heavily wounded at this point.
You could.
But he's no longer engaged in combat because the target is on the ground.
Okay, but I'm gonna take aim this time. So
Nice.
add an extra die.
Add an extra die.
I'm not gonna overcharge. I'm not gonna overcharge.
Yeah, supercharge. Do it.
You gotta do it 3 times to get your wrath, right?
Do it. Do it. Did you get in Arizona? Where'd you get that?
You can't soak mortal wounds, correct?
No.
No, you can't.
Normally,
D-mans.
If you're in
Normally-
where you can.
normally,
I'm not a
Actually?
determinant.
Yeah.
normally you cannot soak mortal wounds.
Right.
That's what I'm going to say.
Or refraction field and stuff.
Unless you have a special rule.
I only have 2
I wanna
wounds
play a
though.
group of
It's the
Terminators.
worst.
Just don't
Well,
roll
it's only 1 in 6
again.
chance that you roll a complication.
Okay, I'm
It's a 1
supercharging
in
again.
36.
Supercharge?
Yeah.
So you're aiming, you're supercharging. Are you going to salvo as well?
I'm gonna salvo.
You don't.
again.
His defense level is only 3, but it's going to be 5 for you because of heavily wounded. So you don't necessarily need the salvo.
I'm gonna salvo again. Okay.
You want to
so
shift those dice?
3, 6, so 9 normally, plus.
Oh, you're asking for yourself if you could soak mortal wounds. Yeah, you can.
Okay, plus so it's gonna be salvo, plus short range,
So that's another reload that you're using.
Yeah.
And burn through
plus
those reloads.
rapid fire, plus take aim.
Defense 5 because of your heavily wounded set.
Don't roll a 1.
Oh, you got a
okay.
6. You got a wrath instead.
Yeah.
Glory's already full.
Okay.
So how many 6s can you shift?
Okay, so we
Just
got
that 1?
2.
You definitely got it. How many 6s can you
Just
shift?
one.
shift?
Just one.
No, you got the other 6.
What's his
Yeah,
defense?
there's 2.
Oh, there's 2.
He's only
Second-
defense
yeah,
2?
2.
He's defense 5.
Oh, you got it.
I'm gonna shift
He's
2.
3 normally, but 5 because
Second shift
and you
two.
got your 5 normal ones. You got 2 6s.
Yep, second shift 2.
Let's see what your wrath is. I'd pick one.
Let's do this one.
Take 6 more.
Vicious counterstrike. The fury of this blow causes horrific pain, disintegrating pieces of the opponent's body in a scene of carnage and woe. The target will take D3 mortal wounds. Now you can spend a glory from the pool to make that plus 1
Yes.
mortal wound.
Do it.
So spend a glory.
You can also spend another glory to make the damage go up by 1 too. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when he. Yeah, that's for his damage. But
I'll
hold on.
pull that out because he's going to do that.
You're gonna do that too?
Yeah.
Plus 1 damage. Okay, roll me the mortal wounds first.
So mortal wounds.
So D3 plus 1. Ooh. So 4. Spending a ruin. I'm gonna soak him.
He is not Chaos Spawn. He's an actual maybe demon. No more metagaming.
So,
He soaks 2 of them, so he takes 2 wounds.
Spooky.
Okay. Now you can roll your damage.
all right, so.
So you shifted 2 dice.
Yep.
And you overcharged.
And then overcharge did. What was it? Just
2 extra, right?
Yep. And then 1 for the.
No, that's just adding 1 damage.
That as plus 1 damage, not plus 1 die.
Oh, okay.
So you're actually gonna be 16 plus your extra dice.
Players.
Oh, an extra 2.
18
Yep, 18.
AP.
Minus 3.
Okay, that actually matters. So 18 AP minus 3.
Ooh. Yeah, ooh I hope that's ooh.
I'm gonna soak it.
Nice.
Spending a ruin. I'm down to 2 ruin.
Hopefully makes up for knocking Brander out.
I don't know. I feel
knocking out.
I'm very sad right now.
Excuse me, it's called plasma.
You got him.
Oh,
Well, he dies in one
A
go.
little bit. You overkilled him by a little bit.
Okay.
And so it roars in pain as your plasma just blasts a clean, large hole through it, and it just collapses to the ground. And instantly, the body just kind of falls apart, and just it almost like it was made of a collection of things, and it's just a pile of innards and loose skin and maybe a couple of deformed bones.
What's your Medicaid?
Just a pool on the ground.
As the smoke comes out, it's not part of my thing, but I say, "What a hothead."
Okay, who's going next?
I'm Medicaid 3.
2 people on the ground there.
What are you? You at least one?
I would technically be 2.
Okay.
Sorry, 3.
Okay, well, I will go because there's no enemies, right?
No enemies around.
Okay, so
All the civilians are dead.
so looking at both
That feels
Abigail,
bad.
looking at both Abigail and Brander down, both are important to me. So on a 4 up, I'm gonna go. For
Oh no, he's rolling for it. He's rolling for it.
I would like to go for Abigail, but
Well, then just go for it. You don't have to roll.
One of us is a player.
I know. I'm gonna go for Abigail. I like to try and think of like what he would think,
I know. That's good role playing, of course. If you want to go for Brander,
but I don't want to make enemies either. So
I'm not gonna medicate
So it's a
it, don't worry.
it's a difficulty 3,
From your desk.
and you've got 3 medicate.
can I? There's no way I can make anything worse for her if I fail horribly.
What a complication, maybe. We'll see.
There's
We'll
a
see.
1 in 6 chance you might make it home.
Whoa!
No
I
complication.
got it with a 3.
And you pass it. So you're stabilized.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go and try to
Wake up!
stabilize Brander?
I'll do
No,
it.
it's not a wake up. It's let me bandage that huge wound that's currently gushing
Stop
blood.
the bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Medicaid is also 3.
Before you roll, you've already gone,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't.
and you're heavily wounded.
That's true. Oh,
You're
yeah.
not the man for the job.
Nope.
Ooh.
I shoot things. You're right. I shoot
You
things.
literally shoot things.
Very well.
You make them
apparently.
gooey.
You're gonna go over.
I guess
and
I'll
right.
wander as, sure, what do I do?
You can see Brander bleeding out.
We can also have
Um,
Abigail go, but I guess anything.
No. Abigail is not conscious. She says 0.
I'm
wounds.
stabilized.
That's right, stabilized.
And you wouldn't want a heavily wounded person to try to opeate.
Stop his bleeding.
Okay, don't-
I'm just trying to no, help him.
yes, sir.
Don't look at the warp.
So just 2, or it's just Medicaid 2?
3.
Oh, you got 3 Medicaid. You said
Well-
you only have 2.
No, my fellowship is 3.
Medicaid.
Or intellect, rather.
Intellect
My intellect
is-
is 3.
Okay, so 3, not bad. Your difficulty 3.
I could probably
I
figure
wish
this out. I think I
Medicaid
can
was
figure this
fellowship.
out.
I'm also smart 3.
Hey,
Okay, so
you
we
got a
got
wrath.
3.
You got a 6. So you get another glory in the pool. I think that brings us back to 6 glory.
That is actually only 5.
Oh, 5 glory.
We
Okay.
blew a couple earlier.
Yeah, we did 2.
Okay, so they're both stabilized, but at 0 wounds.
Please drag us out of this.
So next plan of action, I start dragging Abigail towards the exit, and I bring him along too. Follow.
Do the same. I'll do the same with
You're
Brander.
gonna take Brander, and we'll get out of here.
Drag.
Okay, so it only takes you another 30 seconds to get on the other side. Shut the door behind you, and you're just kind of like slump up against the corridor. So you're back out into another corridor, and we're gonna take a break.
My goodness.
I think we need another long rest.
Let's go back to the storage room.
Yeah.
It was safe there. I liked it.
We two came out of that pretty okay, but not everyone.
No, not everyone.
I've got
I
I've
took
got
a
2
shock
wounds.
damage.
I'm back where
Well,
I
actually,
started.
you actually did take something. I somehow survived all that.
Yeah,
Wow.
you took 1 shock damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I should use my campaign.
Well, there was literally
What was
10
it?
guys trying to drag him down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you should have used that.
I should have used it.
It's the romance. I love the.
It's
But
funny.
what would
every
you have a
time.
romance between?
Who doesn't matter?
The
baby
demon
whale.
spawn.
I don't know if it would have worked on
The
the
baby
demon
warp
spawn.
whale.
Evil tadpole.
You don't want to kill me. It's Brander.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes or sooner to do some chatting. And yeah,
I need a
BRB.
drink.
Welcome back. Okay, so you've just dragged Brander and Abigail out of the viewing room, the wonderful, wonderful viewing room, where you slaughtered all the civilians and that one guy. Who knows what was wrong with him?
Who knows?
Well, unfortunately, nobody here is really trained. Actually, what your order Hereticus?
Ordo Hereticus. So mostly heretics, cults, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so
I also have.
what is?
I was
this?
thinking about using it.
Oh, is it the same one as last time? Where
Yeah.
you get to? Sure. You know what?
Nice. Now, after everything's calmed down, I would love to explain to the people.
Okay. What would you like to know?
I would love to know. Well,
You want to know exactly what he was?
that's a good question because I
I will let you know, but remember, you have to make a corruption test as well.
That's right.
For having known this.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
This is what the difficulty is.
I feel bad for
Let's make it
Louise.
3. But anyways,
Make it 3. Oh, I got some
Right?
information.
Always.
Okay, I want to know that what.
So anyway, sorry. The card that he just played is called Forbidden Lore.
Yeah.
Play to gain all of the information available on some faux, mystery, or secret.
Yeah.
But you got to know what the faux, mystery, or secret that you're asking. But you can't just be like, "Give me a secret, Matthew." It's got to be like, "I want to know all about something."
I want to know. Was that an infection or was that corruption?
So you want to know what he was?
Right.
Okay. That was a possessed mortal.
Oh.
So basically,
You get possessed by a demon.
now this is only information for Luca's character, so nobody else act on this. As you put 2 and 2 together of everything that's been going on, knowing that there's some sort of psyker that's causing all of this, knowing that you're traveling through the warp, having felt the sensations of what you looked out as you gazed into the immaterium, clearly this is a chaos threat.
Yeah.
Which was almost obvious before, but now to you it's just so unmistakable. And part of it, and all these nightmares and everything you've been having, there's clearly something going wrong. Either there's one of two things that could be. Either there's something wrong with the Geller field of the ship, which is terrifying.
That's awful. Yeah.
Or this vision that you've been having of this psyker is causing the tears in reality, which is only being amplified by the fact that you're traveling through the warp. And because of that, it explains the sleepers. They're obviously under some sort of, I don't know if mind control is the right word, but they're going through some sort of waking nightmares where as much as their eyes don't open, through the senses of the warp, they can detect everything near them. And so you definitely don't think that they're aware of their actions or even guilty of them. So you do feel, as you're thinking about it, you do feel that you just slaughtered 20 quasi-innocent people. And that you don't have...
There's no innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Right. And whatever happened to that guard was clearly, as he was more affected by it. As much as you try to calm him down, he was just weaker than others around. And as he was exposed to the direct force of the immaterium as he's looking out, it was just too much, and his mind must have snapped. It's strange that a demon would have possessed him, given the fact that he's not that powerful a creature. So it must have not been a very powerful demon to have wanted to possess something as simple as a guard, because demons typically seek out more honorable and worthy hosts to try to possess. But regardless, this one, he was definitely possessed by a demon. But because that demon is linked to his body, destroying his body destroys the demon.
Yeah.
Or at least sends it back to the board.
Want me to do that corruption test?
Yeah, difficulty 3.
Wha-bam! Killed it. Actually, I can even shift the die to the glory.
Do you have any glory available? There's the glory already full.
No. That is our 6th.
So you're back up to 6. And I'm at 2 ruined.
I know things.
Back up to 6 glory. Colin. 6 glory.
He was rubbing his belly.
He's looking at his phone. And I'm at 2 ruin. I'm like, that's better than rubbing his belly. I'm going to tell the truth here. Okay. So you've dragged them all back into the next corridor. You're in a narrow corridor now. Yeah, you're in a narrow corridor, right? That's we're just gonna plop you right there. You've just dragged it out. Somebody's shut the door. It just felt right to shut the door, and there you are. What's next? You're unconscious. Brander's unconscious, but stabilized.
Sir, what was that thing?
That's what happens when you open your mind to the Immaterium.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know if you'd be able to comprehend it. Let's put it this way. He was possessed.
He was possessed by a creature of the warp. Have you heard of creatures of the warp before? Done.
Sometimes we fought them on Kadachan. I've never actually seen them before.
So you've heard tales of them.
Oh, yes.
So simply enough, one of them possessed his body. His mind was weak. It seen the opportunity, and it jumped at it. Though, they usually go for stronger individuals, physically or stronger-willed.
They can do this.
They can. Yes, they can.
Are you just cracking yourself up?
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how exactly.
Now,
I'm
this
gonna
is a
say
big
that.
threat. The way to stop it, though, is to stay strong of mind and don't let them in. This is something I believe you two can do. But the biggest issue here is our guide is unconscious and mortally wounded. So,
And so is our apparent medic. We have to wait.
yeah. And our next plan of action would have been to have bring him back, wake him up. But apparently, Abigail's down too. Our two most utility-based characters in the group are down.
I must say, things are getting a little heated in there, and I'm a little wounded as well.
So, sir, what you're telling me is that we were able to defeat a demon from the warp?
A weak demon from the warp.
The two most zealous members of the group were able to
Well,
escape unharmed?
What do you mean we? I did it.
Are you trying to say that
The gaze of the Emperor must have truly been upon us.
truly
If we were able to defeat this foe and
Here we go.
there was certainly something?
make him, on the other hand, unscathed, undamaged, perfectly fine.
Pass it over.
Thank you.
It's a wrath for Josh.
A miracle.
You got your objective. Congratulations, and it actually worked.
I'm trying to think of. I'm like, we're the only ones that didn't get damaged by anything.
I'm so glad I was unconscious for that.
Excuse me.
Oh boy. Man. Can't even use like.
You want a suggestion? You want to make a narrative declaration?
I was thinking about it. Abigail comes back to life. Ooh,
No, that's not how it works.
There's space smelling salts right there.
No, I was gonna say there's a fix you up right now station right there. You just stand the unconscious body up and do the
Like Half-Life?
Yep, exactly. The medical servitors just boop boop beep boop, stitch, slap, salt.
If you wanted to make it, basically you're without a guide, so it's going to be a little harder to find stuff. If you have an idea of how you want to find something, that's fine. But one suggestion I can make is somebody make a narrative declaration that the infirmary is nearby and happens to be.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
If we noticed the sign. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, you could do that.
Yeah, like a little sign on the wall says infirmary this way.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be.
You want to do that? You're gonna spend a wrath to make the narrative declaration.
Unless someone with two wants to do it, but I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. That's
Okay.
I was looking. I was trying to count how many of we had.
Okay, well, that's a wrath. So go ahead, Josh. Do it.
Sir, I think we're close to the infirmary. The sign's like
No way.
right there.
No way. Oh.
I kind of feel bad now. Brander is such a good guide. He led us right there.
Also, why did you shoot Brander?
I didn't
That's not-
mean it. The tadpole thing was right there.
How could you miss it that close?
We weren't really that close. You know, the Gellerfield was down. The demon thing was right there. I couldn't help it.
You should be a better shot. You lack discipline.
You're getting really close. Really close.
I'm trying to remember, do you lack discipline of Arnie Quote too?
Yeah, I said it already last session.
Let's get them to the infirmary.
You were soft.
You two, drag them. I'll lead the way,
Yes, sir.
or carry them. I guess not drag them. You don't have to drag them. So you can just shoulder them, or like over the shoulder.
I assume I'm getting dragged.
Every bump. Yep, I'll pick up Brander and off we go.
One thing you notice as you're heading towards the infirmary is that there's not any bodies around in this area. You do notice blood
An odd
on walls and on the ground and stuff, just like in the other areas, but there are no bodies.
Is it still super quiet? Or is there like stuff we can hear off in the distance anywhere?
You don't hear any sounds of fighting off in the distance. No, there's still the noise of everything else, like the hum of the machinery and the feeling of the warp engines as you go through the warp. But yeah, you don't hear any. And it's strange though, because everywhere you've gone, you see dead bodies everywhere or sleeping bodies everywhere. Like there's tons of people on this ship. There's thousands of them, and you have crossed. You've probably seen hundreds of people already, but a lot of them dead or asleep. But this corridor, as you head over to the infirmary, is not populated at all. But there are signs that there were bodies here, because there's blood on the ground, and other parts that we'll not really go into all the gory details. Clearly, there were dead people here, and there are not anymore.
I won't let this stop me. Let's go.
As you head to the infirmary, one thing you do notice is that the amount of blood seems to increase until you get to the infirmary doors, and you can see that there's now that as you look a little closer, you can see that it's actually like there's drag marks
Into the infirmary.
of blood into the infirmary.
Wonderful.
So clearly, a lot of the bodies were pulled to the infirmary.
All right.
Infirmary doors are closed.
It's okay. Maybe someone needed a transfusion.
What are you voicing about this? Because this is awful. I'm not liking this.
Well, it's clear they must have brought other wounded
here.
loyalists here.
Yeah, sure. That's naturally.
What else could it be?
Right. So is it a shut door with like a panel beside it that maybe opens it up, or is it like an automatic Star Trek door?
Not an automatic Star Trek door.
Okay.
What is a Star Trek?
Well, you know what? Lean the bodies up against that wall there. Get your guns ready.
Going in.
Okay.
We're going in.
Yes, sir. We'll just slump Brander up against the wall.
We'll put Abigail gently down.
Thank you.
She saved her neck more than once.
Looking around, is there any defensive positions on the outside, looking into this door?
Well, you got you can flank the door.
Yeah.
Is it like clear glass?
No, this is a solid door. Well,
Getting glass. Can't afford glass. Everything's plasteel and steel and plastic.
take
And
positions.
concrete.
Clear aluminum.
Ferrite.
Clear aluminum. Right?
Yeah, clear aluminum. Transparent aluminum.
Guns ready. Beep boop.
It opens. It opens up.
Brunhilde's ready.
Immediately you're assaulted with a smell of death. It just smells like
Sounds
rotting
sanitary.
corpses and blood, just huge amounts of blood. And your eyes water a bit, blurring your vision, but you're able to blink and clear it. As you look in, you see, sure enough, a rather large infirmary. It looks like it could actually, with the number of beds, it's just a quick glance, it could easily house 50, 60, 70, maybe. It's hard to count right off the top of your head, that number. So it is a very long and large room. It's got, on the opposite side, you can see doors leading in. It actually has a second level as well of like a gantry with other doors leading into other offices, or probably operation rooms is what you're guessing. Now, in this main room, as you look in, you immediately can see just all the different beds where people would be kept, and a lot of the beds are occupied, but for the most part, they're occupied by pieces of bodies rather than by bodies instead. Almost looks like somebody has been like pulling in dead bodies and throwing them onto the beds
I'm
themselves.
just waiting for like the giant monster with one really big arm. The creepy like boss fight.
But there's no
Dragging
motion
the
as far as
hammer?
you can see.
Yeah.
There's no motion as far as you can see. But one thing you do notice is that there's all sorts of vats of liquid, and there's tables with all sorts of medical equipment all over it. You can see medical servitors attached to the walls or overhanging. A lot of them inoperative. A couple of them are actually kind of twitching, just moving back and forth along these tracks, just like just with the body of the servitor kind of slumped as it's going back and forth. Just and the lights are flickering. A typical kind of horror scene.
Can we see both ends of this infirmary?
Yeah, you can see all the way down, but there's lots of doors leading to other rooms, which you're guessing are operation rooms or offices or who else.
Yeah, the good stuff. Okay, well, oh jeez, oh man. Grab the bodies, drag them inside, pick them up, bring them inside. Don't drag them in the blood.
So as you go in, like it stinks pretty bad in here, and you can see, like I said, there's several vats, and they're currently bubbling. You're not quite sure what's inside of them. Some of them are kind of this brownish liquid, others are green, but they're very dense looking kind of liquid.
Viscous.
Yeah, so you can't really see into it. It's not translucent or even transparent.
We grab the bodies, move in, and how far away are one of these tanks? Just nearby?
Well, there's a few of them. There's
Going down.
3 of them right here. There's a couple more at the other end.
Are there any spare beds?
There's lots of spare beds. There's also many occupied beds, but like I said, clearly dead bodies. As far as you can see, you're only just entered.
I would like to lock the infirmary door from the outside, from the inside. Is that possible with the
It's not too hard. Give me a Tech 2 check.
Bam. Hey. Oh,
You get a
wait.
glory. You're already full of glory. You can shift a die. What would you like that to do?
Ooh.
We can have it locked even stronger then, if you like, or you can come up with something else if you want to.
I would like it to be, if I was to shift it to lock it in a sense where I could still easily open it from the inside. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
Like just immediately just punch in the code right away and just like,
So you can do a quick exit if you need to,
yes.
without it being too locked.
Right.
You're stuck
Almost
in
got
here
you.
with me.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you definitely program the panel and you lock it up. You change the code a little
That's
bit.
kind
Oh, hey, what up?
Yeah, that room is it's not big enough
Yeah,
to
but-
represent it, but yeah, it's similar idea, those vats and everything.
So I want to go up to the nearest vat, and is there any consoles on it?
Yeah.
Or is there any?
There's a console like in front of it, like something to operate it.
Is there any signs?
So hold on,
that
you
say-
still have these two bodies. What are we doing with Brander
Oh,
and Abigail?
I'm going to put Abigail on the nearest available bed that is not covered in blood.
Yeah, I'll do the same for Rander.
It takes a little looking, but you find a couple cleanish beds.
If it's a little bit dried, I'm
but-
sure she's dealt with it before.
They'll get them dirty too. They're kind of leaking a bit.
Could I do a text check to get information on what this tank is?
Yeah. Give me a difficulty 3 tech check.
Hey.
Another 6, and you can shift it. Man, you guys need to be using your glory so that Luke can refill it with all the 6s on his wrath dice.
I would like to shift it.
So hold on, let me tell you what you find so far, and then you
right.
can narrative declaration or shift it until tell me what else you want. As you're programming, basically the vat is full of. But you can see that its purpose is to be holding, essentially, equivalent. I don't know if stem cells is the right thing, but it's like biomass that they can use to treat. So it's not medicine, it's not pharmaceutical kind of stuff. It's more like, do they need to quickly clone up a liver or a spleen or a heart? They have the ability to do that in a basic, very very basic sense. It's more like patch jobs.
And this is what color was this tank?
This one's a green one.
All right, green.
So
one.
if you want to shift it, I can tell you what's
the other
currently in it though.
there's stuff in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or you can shift it to look at the recent logs of other people accessing the console.
I would like to.
Or you can do something else.
I would like to figure out what is inside of it with the shift.
So as you kind of delve a little deeper, you realize that there's a lot of the log entries, like the login entries, are from a specific doctor.
Oh boy, here comes super evil name.
It's a female doctor, Marlene.
Yep, knew it.
Right?
She sounds like the evil mastermind.
Yeah, but that's not to be, it's not unusual. Or not doctor, sorry. What am I talking about? Apothecary, or whatever you want to call it.
Doctor.
It's got to be some medieval sounding name. The Medicae. Well, no, Medicae sounds more like a nurse kind of level. It's more like this is like the head one. This would be like the apothecary.
Medicaid Primus?
Well, that's have to be like apothecary. It's not just Space Marines that call them apothecaries.
No, I know, but I'm trying to think of the actual ones for the Astra Militarum and the Solar Auxilia.
Maybe.
Apothecary Eve or...
Apothecary.
And when you actually start looking at the logs, you can see that there's been some tampering done with this. And as soon as you kind of see it, you look back up and you can notice it. You can see the things floating inside of it, and that it's full of body parts. That somebody's been dropping full body parts in here and rendering them down into the basic bio sludge that is in there.
Jeez.
How long have you been doing this?
It's been hours, right?
It's you actually look at it, and it's the latest log entry is only about an hour and a half old.
Wonder bar. Okay, well I'm gonna move over to the next console nearby, the blue one, not a green one.
You're gonna find similar.
Same thing. Like I wasn't sure if the different colors mattered.
No,
Okay.
this is the original, whatever it was, just rendering down body parts.
Okay, well I need to find. We need to find a means to get them back on their feet. I have no-
That's called Medicaid.
Right.
You can work on them.
Oh, that's true. I guess we. Yeah, that's fair. Can we? Can I? Oh, I'm gonna go and find a station. That like I'm essentially looking for an operating table
Okay.
or some
You're
sort of
gonna operate
station.
on them?
Or I guess I should say some sort of station that would
Are you,
have.
are you looking for medical supplies?
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I don't know how I'm
like
gonna
a
operate.
medikit kind of thing.
There's a medikit on me.
No tabletop.
It's not very hard to find a couple medikits inside the infirmary. Even if there's not like just this medikit there, you can find all the equipment that would be equivalent to a medikit here. So essentially, while treating people here in the infirmary, at least right now, you count as being equipped with medikit.
All right,
Which
so-
does what, Aaron?
It allows you to heal shock.
That's it?
Sick.
Oh.
Doesn't do a whole lot.
That'll be like extra wounds or something. Is there any other medical equipment?
There's a better level of medikit, isn't there?
There's a couple of them, but I couldn't afford those, so I didn't look at
Is
them.
there a defibrillator in the room? Wake her up.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's not how that
You put it on the head, right?
Yeah, well,
How about
Dutch
smelling salts?
doesn't know what that is. He realized his
The
hand
Chirigen's
didn't
tools?
work,
The
so
Chirigen's
electricity.
tools medikit? Yeah, it gives +2 to Medicaid test to stabilize and provides all the normal benefits of a medikit. A medikit is required to treat battlefield injuries
Maybe the primer will know the way.
and can be used to perform basic medical procedures in
There's
the field.
first aid in
Also,
there,
if you don't have your medikit, you can't heal those wounds on people.
Well then.
Good to know. Good to know. So you
I
can't
already
just have
have
that. I know we already did. Oh well. There's the Martyr's Gift variant medikit. It's superior to similar kits that the Astronauterium was loaded. I think.
The medkit comes with bombs.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Comes with bombs.
The Martyr's Gift one. Subcutaneous frag charge is used to booby trap a terminally wounded Scion's body.
Oh
They
goodness.
get the damage profile of a frag missile.
It's like a self-destructive thing.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a good word.
So basically, we'll because you're in here, we're going to give anybody a +1 die to any Medicaid test
The primer showed me the way.
if you have the Imperium keyword, which you all do.
I don't.
You don't have the Imperium keyword?
No, I'm scum.
I have a
Just
scum
give-
keyword.
I have scum in any.
Okay, well, it's gonna give everybody a +1 die to any Medicaid test. So who would like to try to work on our two? No, you can't. Sorry.
I tried.
I got Medicaid 4 with the extra die. I assume you're the same.
Yeah,
Medicaid
I'll go
4.
to 4, yeah.
So you got your basic first aid training from military
Whatever.
training.
From reading the book right now.
Yeah, you're like, okay, the fingers connected to the.
I stitched up a couple
Man.
of my own wounds before. Stitch up
Who are you going to work on then?
Abigail.
All right, so difficulty 3. No, before we roll this. No, hold on. We're not taking a regroup right here. Let's go ahead and do it.
Voila.
You pass. All right, you get a wound back, and you come conscious.
And I have to roll on the maiming table.
Yes, we do. Maiming table. What page is the maiming table?
So
234.
So
I already have it open.
stitch.
Yeah, I figured you would. So what is your horrible, horrible maiming injury? Give me a D6.
I don't want.
Oh, one.
1. That's a hand.
Oh no. Okay, so is your hand useless, destroyed, or violently separated?
What?
They all sound horrible.
This isn't supposed to sound good.
What's it?
Actually, before you answer that question, roll a D6 to see if it's left or
Yeah.
right. What'd you roll?
That's a 1.
So it's
that
your
would-
left hand.
Yep. That's not important. She's right-handed.
Good.
But right now, your left hand, at the very least, is rendered useless.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like you can't pick things up, or just the
left
nerves
hand-
don't like the nerves don't work?
The left hand will not work. It's disabled.
Yeah.
So what do you want? Do you want it? You can choose. It can have been removed. So basically, the enemy just sliced
Yeah.
right through and just chopped off your hand. And the shock of it, you just went you fell
So
unconscious.
what are the choices? Removed.
Well, it just says when a character suffers a result in this table, other than torso, the injury renders the limb or eye useless, destroys it altogether, or violently separates from the character's body.
That's the
The
same
player
thing.
may choose.
No, but it's violently
That's
separated.
violently.
The player may choose which of these to make sense for the events that cause the injury.
So it's either clean, separated,
Yeah,
or
Luke
vi-
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like Jamie Lannister.
I'm gonna say it's removed.
So you've lost your hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
It looks like you've been disarmed.
Put me back under.
So you wake up and you can see that your left hand's been bandaged, but the stump has been bandaged, but your left hand's gone.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
So obviously anything that's two-handed is impossible for you, or at least very, very
Yeah.
difficult.
I'm
Looks
sorry.
like
about that.
control panels might stump you.
Calm down over there. I'm
So
sorry.
did we pass out in the hall?
I think that there was. Oh man, you know
Yup.
what? Yep.
You fell and hit your head,
Okay.
and then your hand fell off.
it fell into the standard
Fell
solids.
off. It's just a little sore. That's fine. It'll be okay.
That's what grotesque it was.
It'll be okay.
I had to cauterize the wound.
So wait, is it a stump right now, or is it just a dead hand?
What I'm trying to get
Stop.
across is she's not processing this well.
Yeah, it's like a ghost
Still in
hand.
shock.
It's like, yeah, we just passed out in the hall. I still have my hands are sore.
Oh boy.
Can we fix like a bayonet to her hand?
What are we gonna mutilate her?
She could be a
I
pirate.
mean, she already is. That's horrible.
Is there like
of me to
space
say.
duct tape?
Yeah, there's
Like a-
definitely space duct tape.
So
There's also the space red green show.
I think while you two are trying to comfort her, I'm gonna go for a little Medicaid test on mine. Because you can do a Medicaid test on yourself.
It's +1 difficulty on yourself. There's also Brander.
Oh yeah. I'm not really good at Medicaid though.
You're just as good as I
Neither
am.
is she right now. Heavily wounded and all.
She's
I don't
a
want to be
shot.
the one to kill Brander.
No, you got this.
Sir, what are we doing about Brander?
Go check him out. You know what to do. You got the training.
Yes, sir.
Right now you can see that he has a lot of burn marks on him that are definitely going to be scarring over. That's his memorable injury. It's focused burns.
She fell back into the table in contact. It just hit her that her hand's missing.
All right, I
Start,
lay her
randomly
back in the
puke
bed.
to the side.
Yep.
This is gonna be easy.
I'm gonna remove clothing from the burn. If the material adheres to the burn, I'm not gonna attempt to remove it. I'm not gonna break blisters. I will administer painkillers. It's coming along well, sir.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna get some sterile dressings.
Sure
Keep
there's at
patient
least-
warm and awake. Yeah, so let's go for it. We'll see what happens.
All right, difficulty 3. No.
Nope.
1.
You need to roll 6 on one of these. Or wrath.
I got one wrath left. No, there's a section for this.
Oh, you need a 6.
How many of these can we actually pull out? Does it ever
Just
specify?
one. Just one. But you have to do your re-roll before you roll
I
that
know.
die.
It's branded.
Put that down.
Woo.
Oh, he's spinning his wrath.
Re-roll. Get a 6. Oh no, you
Nope.
need this.
No.
We're getting.
You got 2 now.
Yep, okay.
All right,
Yep.
you got the clothes off. No blisters popped.
No!
The blister popped. Sir, the blister popped.
Throw a chip.
I did accidentally.
Is it one that you need?
No, I didn't need that.
No, hold on, it's not one that's yours?
I do need that.
Okay.
He's calling it trick.
Here you go.
Right by
No, it's
the-
fine. I'll give him another one. We'll get it after. Why'd you? Anyway,
It was
doesn't matter.
frustration.
Brandon. Well, you didn't kill him. You didn't roll a complication, but you don't seem to have been able to make him any better.
What degree of burns are they?
It's the plasma burns.
It's about 9th degree.
Light up.
Sun degree.
The skin could be reddened, or the skin could be blistered, or skin is destroyed and flesh is charred.
Yes,
or
that one.
skin is immolated and flesh burnt away.
Yeah,
Yes,
that one.
that too. All the above.
You know what? Actually, it says it right here. The Emperor's Mercy may be the only option.
Oh, that's not an option right now.
You guys can try again. I want somebody else to try. Like basically, Constantine does not feel like he can fix it.
Okay, hold on. Let me come over
Remember,
there and
the more
help.
times we roll, the more chances of a complication. You roll a complication on him.
What's your Medicaid?
3.
Like with the bonus?
No, it's 4.
Okay.
So you're all basic.
But I'm good. I was thinking about healing myself because
Okay.
I'm at 2.
It's
Okay,
plus
well-
1. Oh, that means you're heavily wounded,
Yeah.
and it's plus 1 difficulty to heal yourself. So you're at 6 to heal yourself.
That's not gonna happen. I can try to heal.
All right, you want to run over? and
No,
push?
you don't have to. You could heal more than one person. Like it's not like you're limited to one
It's
heal.
difficult to heal him almost.
You can only have one healing done on you per scene.
But he could go around and heal it. Like if you had a trained medic, she could do all the healing.
Yeah,
everybody,
me-
if she wasn't currently.
I don't think I should
shot.
heal. I'm not in any capacity.
All right, so I'll get
spend
on
spitting
Brander.
on myself.
All right,
Difficulty
I'll
three?
push. I'm gonna push poor Costin out of the way, and
I'll get it.
And you get a wrath too, so you get a glory back.
Hey! Just I'll roll 6s all day, I guess.
Yeah, I know, you just get all the glory. So you, go ahead.
Alright. So, son, excuse me. You're tearing away at the You're tearing away at the blisters here. Alright, did you even apply the painkillers yet?
He was unconscious, so I didn't think I needed to.
You have to apply painkillers so when he wakes up he's not in agonizing pain. Then he'll just go unconscious again.
The Inquisition truly prepares you.
So I assume there's painkillers in maybe not in abundance, but at least in a good amount.
Oh, you find everything you need, yeah.
All right, I apply painkillers. I do only that. I mean, like, what else can I do until he wakes up? I hope ideally he wakes up, the pains subside, and he's able to wake up. I apply painkillers to the creases in between the bone and the charred flesh. The blackened bone.
And obviously you bandage him up as well too. So.
Yeah, cover up the burns. Oh, with sterile
Dressings.
dressings. What are those actually called?
Bandages.
Gauze?
Gauze, yes.
Yeah. You wrap him up good. You cover up the large amounts of burning that he has all over his body. Poor guy. You notice that a lot of it's from behind.
Yeah.
Ah, weird.
I wait the
Like he was shot in the back or something.
I wait the appropriate amount of time for the painkillers to kick in. I assume these are space painkillers, so like instantaneously.
Well, it's like an injection, right?
That's true.
Yeah, those happen pretty
Smelling
fast.
salts wake up.
I was courteous enough to cauterize the wound.
He wakes up coughing and he vomits over the side, and then he just looks up and he's like, oh, that hurts.
Brando, you took a hit for the Imperium, and I'm proud of you.
I don't even know what happened. This horrible thing was right in front of me,
There
and all of a
was
sudden
two
there
of
was
them.
there was two. There were two of them.
You didn't see the one behind you, but we took care of it. But you took a hit for Abigail. That was very brave of you.
Okay, is that what happened? Sure, I think. Oh boy,
Just lay down and rest.
everything's numb.
Yeah, it is.
My whole right side is numb.
Injecting was like
Space morphine.
space morphine. Spacing. Just rest.
All right,
Lay
so
down.
about 20 minutes has passed through all of this as you've been working on this.
Oh, we have to wait for Abigail to wake up too. She, in shock, went back to sleep.
She woke up, don't worry.
Okay, good.
It was narrative sleep, not mechanical. Okay.
Brand.
I'm missing a hand. I got knocked out by something and I'm missing a hand. But I'll be okay from that.
It's important to remember.
What? But how did I get knocked out?
Do you remember the enemy?
Yeah, the walking people, right?
You may have missed it, but yes. One of them actually, you got hit upside the head, and one of them cut off your hand in a form of brutality. It was pretty rough, and I'm terribly sorry.
That is really brutal.
They sort of
I
swarmed
would
you.
totally recruit someone who did that, actually.
I'm
not even gonna look at him. I'm trying to go with something more.
I'm just gonna put my helmet back on, so I'm not making a face. If you're going to explain what happened.
That's a good helmet.
You got more?
I'm distracted now.
I know.
All right, save it for later.
That's fine. I could feel you looking at me, judging.
It's important to keep a strong mind, though, lest awful things happen to you as well. Now, Brander, I know this is a lot to ask, but can you still guide us to Alpha Post? Or do you need a little bit more time?
I could use a little bit of rest.
We'll take it slowly. We'll give you an extra half an hour.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to do during that half an hour?
Rest. I know it doesn't.
Regroup our thoughts,
I
maybe?
could use the rest.
Try and think
And I
about
think
plan.
Abigail could use it.
You gonna do a regroup?
So when I say
That's about an hour,
half an hour, I mean
an
actually
hour.
an hour. I mean actually an hour.
In the freaky doctor's gonna kill us infirmary.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. I think regroup, as long as you're not doing anything major, an hour, if what we can call it a regroup, right? So you're just gonna kind of take it easy. But we can still do some stuff during that regroup. So we don't have to be like, an hour passes, nothing happened. So what would you like to do during the regroup? What are each of you going to do?
I'm going to converse.
Brander's just going to lie there.
I'm going to ask him one question, like how much further to the signpost or the station?
Not much farther, just a few more minutes.
Good.
What about the rest of you?
I'm just gonna go on a little patrol around the area.
There's other
Check it all.
Whatever
doors.
appears to be the kind of perimeter they kind of keep an eye on stuff.
One thing you keep noticing is that one malfunctioning Medicaid servitor just kind of going back and forth on one of the tracks. But then, like I said, the body is just kind of lit as it's going back and forth. But there's many doors. Are you going to be opening any of the doors? So
there's nothing you really kind of see in.
Not
There's
really.
no windows or anything like that.
No. Not that nice a place.
I think I'm not gonna go opening, but I'm just gonna kind of.
You want to search? You want to search the area?
Kind of, yeah. Search the area generally, and just kind of maybe even like listen or see if I see any, for lack of a better term, like important looking doors.
Give me
leading
awareness.
fancy-
Awareness difficulty 3.
Yay.
Get it.
Can you shift it all?
I can. And shift 1.
You shift 1. Okay. So as you're kind of looking around, it's very macabre. It's horrible. Like you can see that, for the most part, these bodies are being. It seems that they're being pulled apart. Like somebody's bringing them in here, and then hacking them apart, which is obviously very, very grotesque. As you kind of walk around and listen at the doors, you do hear a noise coming from one of the doors. It's hard. You can read the different signages on the doors too, and one of them actually does point show that it is the office, and it's one of them at the end, and it's a door that's further away from the other door, so you imagine that behind it is a bigger room. It does point to the Medicaid, the Medicaid Primus or Apothecary, Marlene,
Yeah.
and that would be her office. And from behind it, you can hear sounds like voices, or a singular voice. You're not quite sure. As you listen, with a shifted die, as you listen, you can kind of hear muttering to them. Like there's a person behind the door just muttering to themselves, just talking. And the few words that you can kind of put together are things like talking about, experiments. It's like, patient number 153. And it showed signs of rendering the internal organs seems to have increased the effectiveness of the liquid by 15%. It just kind of
It's just
going in
voice.
and out. It's just one voice. It's kind of like it's a female voice. It's talking to itself.
Okay. How far away from the group am I at this point?
Well, you're on the other side of the room now, so good 50 to 100 meters away.
But I can still kind of see everybody.
Oh yeah, you can see them. They're all over there, but they're a good distance away. It would be like the length of this entire mat. That's how far away you are.
And you have no kind of a vox or anything. I
If you shouted, they would hear you.
Yeah. I think I will kind of keep an eye on that doorway and slowly kind of start working my way back towards the group.
As you walk back, one other thing that you notice is one of the doors goes to a storage room, and it's marked replacement limbs, bionic limbs. And so it kind of makes sense. You know that the basic infirmary is stocked to replace arms and hands and feet and legs. But you
Like
also
I'm
know,
being told something here.
but you also know that it's a very long procedure to do that.
Right.
It's not as simple as walk in there, grab a hand, and shove it on your arm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's as little as you know about anything medical. You've seen people have limbs replaced, and you know it's common.
And you have bionics.
Heck, yeah, you've gone through the procedure yourself, but yours was more an enhancement, whereas others you've seen plenty of times people get limb replacements. They're not usually better than their original limbs. That's
Yeah,
only
kind of the low tier.
Yeah.
Can get you back to working. Sort of stuff.
get you back to the front line as cheap as possible, kind of thing. You would expect that to find in here, and you see the storage room where those are held,
Okay.
and you make your way back.
So as I head back towards the group, when I get close enough at regular talking volume, try to catch Wilfred's attention. Sir, I think we may have something happening down towards the Primus Medicaid's office.
What's happening?
I think we might have a contact. I heard a voice speaking inside there.
Just one voice?
Yes.
Why is nothing ever easy?
Okay. Just looking through my available miniatures.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Kind of scared what you grabbed.
Mind your business. Just mind your business.
We have to go investigate. Or we can leave. How long has it been? Essentially, since we've been hanging out. Just like 2 minutes, I assume?
Yeah, it's only been a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'd like to start healing myself if I could.
You can work on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are heavily wounded, though, so it'll be difficulty 6.
Yep. And it's +1 die for in the infirmary?
Yes. All the equipment that you have access to. Oh, wait. Oh, this is for the regroup healing. Yes. Can you shift any dice?
That's what I'm looking at. 3.
That's because it's part of a regroup, you can
5,
actually
6,
shift dice and get
7.
extra wounds.
You're off by 1. Yeah.
You
2, 4, 6, 7. I need 1 more.
spent the wrath to re-roll those 4. If you get at least
Yeah.
1 more hit, then you know you can heal 2 wounds instead of just 1.
Yeah, I didn't want to use it for that, but I'll have to.
All right, wrath expended, down to 0 for Aaron. Wrath expended there, call it. There we are.
Nice, no 6. But
You needed 7.
3,
Or sorry, 6.
4, 6, and I can
Shift twice.
2.
All right, so you can heal 3 wounds then.
Cool.
1 for the success and the 2 shifts.
And this is for the regroup, correct?
Yeah, you only get to do this once.
Is it possible for Abigail to heal me?
Yeah.
It'll be easier now.
Are you
Yeah.
lightly wounded now?
I'm lightly wounded now.
Okay, so that's the first few minutes. You're doing
Yeah.
that. You're healing yourself. So
Fixing all the mistakes they made.
so now Constantine is back.
So yeah, I've already.
Yeah.
So this is before you have a chance to heal him.
How
basically.
long is it gonna take you to patch up Dutch?
Not too long.
5-10 minutes.
Okay. Let's just get sights on it and just watch it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just try to find somewhere where I got a little bit of cover and I can kind of, brace the gun and kind of aim down towards.
Watching the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Brynhilda's out.
Okay.
For the next 5-10 minutes, you're going to work on
Working on Dutch.
It'll be difficulty 4
What's that green
because
die?
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
you get a complication.
We're not counting that one yet. 3,
Which one of your
5.
fingers do you like the least?
You needed 4.
Needed 4 and I got 5.
So
And a
that's
complication.
So you heal a wound.
You can steal glory die if you can shift one.
You heal a wound. You want to do the
Yeah, we'll do 1 glory.
to see if you can get 1 more.
Yeah.
One less glory.
Oh, come on.
So close, the stupid mat.
It
Roll
bounced.
my die.
The mat giveth and the mat taketh away.
Are you future
It
the
works on a couple different levels.
Okay, so you heal a wound, but
But
2 of you can work together on this if you like.
You have any ideas?
I prefer to keep my fingers and my toes.
No, it wouldn't be that bad.
No.
What would be the
How much was it healing? Just the one?
Just 1.
But we didn't.
It's a narrative complication. This is not a combat complication. Now remember, if you can't think of anything, I can take a ruin.
No.
Nope.
It's something.
Something.
I'm glad you feel
Don't
that
worry.
way.
We're kind of short on stitches right now. So you're just going to have to hold this towel up to your arm for a bit.
Okay.
One armed.
So it means his limb is useless for a little while.
Otherwise, he'll just bleed everywhere, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's basically you can't use that arm, and if you do, you're going to suffer some shock damage.
Oh,
Is what I'm going to
jeez.
say.
Okay.
Because plasma guns are 2-handed, right?
You could have just taken some fingers.
That would have been easier.
How long am I holding this for?
Did Arnie ever shoot 2 assault rifles at once?
Oh,
Or is that Sylvester?
A little while.
I'm sure they both have.
Just long enough.
Can I use a plasma gun to burn it? Cauterize the wound?
Nope. That's not how plasma guns work.
We saw how that worked.
I'm not even shoot it clean today.
Just the coils on top of it really hot and
Yeah, you're like tick, 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 tick.
Would that count for your overheat if you did that?
There you
I've always wondered how
The D6
powerful.
more moves.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So if you have to use your left arm in the next 10-15 minutes, then you suffer some shock damage because
Okay.
you drain too much blood.
Fair enough.
Did you reload that stubber?
As soon as you use
Nope.
it, you'll suffer D6 shock damage just once. Yeah, your stubbor's still not reloaded, right?
Yeah.
And you never had a chance to go and get the other one.
Nope.
Okay, as long as we remember that.
Now we have to wait for the bleeding to stop on Dutch.
Is that what you're gonna wait for?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm okay to leave.
We haven't had your full regroup yet,
100% true.
so
Honestly, I am so tired of dealing with crap on this ship.
it's not gonna be the answer to any campaign, though. I'm so tired of insert current problem here.
Why does bad stuff keep happening to us?
Maybe I can recruit the doctor into our fold. And maybe she's got the Imperium keyword. Maybe I get a wrath.
Okay, so a few minutes pass and you're still holding your stations, and the door to the doctor's office opens. You're still clutching your arm.
All right. Halt!
If you're
Oh,
like,
I'll wait till she
you're
does
like,
that,
you're like
sorry.
60, 70 meters away right now. She's,
Oh, geez.
like you're there, and this door is over
18
here.
Okay.
Because that's where you guys, that's where
Yeah,
you guys held up,
that's
right?
right.
You held up on the other end of the room. Is that what
Pretty
you
much
said?
guarding our friends, yeah.
Yeah, you're staying close to your friends. So the door opens, and out slumps, and then steps out and stands up this huge, hulking thing. And
This better not be the mutant.
it's pretty big. Looks like
The Geller box.
this one's close enough
Why does the Rogue Trader stuff work so good?
because they're awesome models. That's why. So it steps out. Except that face should be more female face. And except it should also be wearing like doctor's robes. Except they're clearly torn.
And they're just kind of like hanging
It's
over the
hanging
mask.
over the back. And steps out and starts walking towards you. So far does not seem to have noticed you.
All right, you know what? Once it's within sight, well, once it's within sight, just fire. Just take it down.
Why is everything so ugly?
So yeah, we just okay. So on your mark, sir.
So what's your good line on fire?
It's 36 inch.
36
It's, right, it's 36 range.
some shock.
meters?
Yeah,
That's so random. Mine's 40.
Can I hold
because
on?
it's hell gun.
So
Yeah, that actually
I
might
guess
be
it's
the
6
thing.
inches shorter. Yeah.
I hold the plasma gun, you just hold my arm. She's holding that 18-inch arm. You might have to work in tandem.
So
Right.
what's range? Like what range do you want it to get to before you start firing?
36 meters.
So 36 meters away?
Yeah.
Well, we could probably open fire when it's far away. It takes a while. To get
That's
there.
true. I guess you know what? I looking over at Dutch. How are you situated right now? I wasn't
So
paying
40
attention.
meters away at this point. Okay, sorry, 45.
Or do you have your gun out? I wasn't paying attention.
I
He's
guess.
currently clutching his arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get your gun out. I turn around and I start
Contact.
firing. Boom, 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 boom.
I look over at Abigail.
It's 40 meters away at this point.
I pull out my plasma gun. I let go of the bleeding arm. Abigail immediately
shoot.
grabs my arm.
You're just going to sit beside her and hold
Yep.
her arms? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be too effective, but you can try.
We can try.
You can try. You can try.
We don't know if it'll fail until we try.
All right, so who's
Exactly.
taking the shot?
Me. Just because, well, I guess you could, but he's out of range. Effective range. But you just fire next.
Actually, wait, if you go like that.
What am I
Yeah,
like?
yeah, exactly.
Oh. I
Do you
got
think you hit it?
I got
36.
4 icons.
Okay, are you out of effective range?
I'm not.
It's 40 meters away.
I'm 40 meters exactly range.
There is going to be equipment and stuff in between, so we're going to have a bit of cover here.
Okay.
We're going to give it, it's going to be defense 4.
All right. So I have 4, and I can shift 1 for damage.
Okay. And what are you finding? Your bolt gun?
Bolt gun. That is going to be AP of negative. Oh, nothing actually. And so that's 2 extra damage because of the shift to die. And you know what? I'll spend a glory to make it 11 plus 2 extra damage. So 12. There we
I was
go.
in suspense for your math there.
So 12.
12 damage.
If only we had a PhD in mathematics.
Right?
You would've got
12
that right
damage?
away.
Yep, I would love to have Dr. Falcon here just doing all the math immediately. So we don't have to think about it.
Mr. Vulcan.
Mr. Vulcan.
Mr. Vulcan to you.
No, he's a doctor.
No, I respect his doctorate.
Yeah, you can't take away his doctorate.
The man spent 12
No, I
years.
know. I'm just joking.
I wonder
Excuse
what
me.
the easiest doctorate to get is.
I just assume they're all 12 years.
Anyway, so you unleash with the bolt gun. It tears through that servitor that was kind of moving back and forth, and just rips it to pieces. It goes through equipment. You can see like the exploding beds and pieces of body, and some of it manages to connect with the thing that's coming towards you, and you hear a female scream as she's hit, and she just kind of looks over. Are you spending the glory to go again, or is it my turn?
We have 4.
I'd say let me get closer.
Sure. It's up to you. Whoever wants to spend the glory, by all means, go for it. All right. No biters.
It's my turn.
Hundo P.
Hundo P.
Hundo P.
All right, so the big thing turns directly to the left. It runs over, mashes a talon on one of the panels, which opens a door, and then disappears behind the door. Just ducks down and goes into the door.
Okay, well, that's
So out of line of sight now.
That's dealt with.
Oh, problem solved.
Nope. Nope.
Who's next?
Nope. Do not follow it. I guess that's not my turn. By all means, do what you want.
I think we should get out of here.
I agree.
As my arm bleeds out of Abigail's hands.
Hand.
Hand, yeah, right.
Yeah, not very effective.
Yeah.
So who's going?
Someone's got to grab. I can't go. Someone's got to go grab Brander.
I'm just holding on target here.
So it disappeared into a room. I don't want to go in its house.
All right, so you all pass, or are you gonna give me an action right now?
Yeah, pass.
Pass. So you're all just standing there waiting for it to come back out.
I'm standing there waiting for an order from my superior officer.
I can't say anything. It's not my turn. I assume. Yeah.
I don't think we have to be that strict.
Sir, what are we doing?
We're grabbing Brander, and we're leaving. Brander, get up. Oh, okay. All right. On your feet. Go.
He starts limping towards you. And he's like, "Where's my autogun?" In the haste, you guys left the autogun behind. He brought his body, but not his gun.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. We are.
I just so happen to have this gun on me. Take it. It's on my hip.
Wait, you have an autogun?
No,
Is
I
that
have the stubber.
I don't know. The one that needs a reload?
He doesn't know that.
He's like, okay, I'll take it.
Does he have any reloads?
No, his stuff is all dropped back there.
He would know to check.
He would know to check?
Maybe.
Yeah,
You guys were
takes
grabbing
a
bodies and
weapon,
running.
No, I mean like.
Oh,
when
he would know
gets
to
the
check.
weapon-
Yeah. He handed the stubber and he looks at it. He's like, "It's out of ammo. Do you have any ammo for it?"
That's not my problem.
Okay. Thanks for the gun with no ammo.
Here, I toss some ammo.
He's like, and he reloads the gun. Okay, so that's his turn.
That was accurate, right?
He puts the magazine into the gun, the stubber.
Yeah.
Is the stubber got like a revolver
Okay.
thing? It looks like. I
No, I
don't
think
know.
that's-
I imagine they're a space high point. They're just
No,
like a
that's-
really
I-
cheap pistol.
Yeah, it's the hand cannon I pictured, but even more like the revolver, right? Like the
Yeah,
Magnum
load,
revolvers.
load. Well, then maybe they have speed loaders. It's just a clip.
Anyway, so that was
Those are
Brander.
clips.
Yeah.
Okay, so as everybody else is just standing there wondering what to do, then we'll start the next round. So go ahead, somebody. I'm not spending a rune to go first.
I make.
I just got aiming at that door still. Not moving.
I back up slowly with my. I back up towards the escape door with my gun traced on the door that the abomination went into,
Okay.
and that's my move.
All right.
Wait, is there? Ah, crap. Was there a rule for readying shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ready a shot in case I see it within my arc.
Okay, so let's read the actual rule for that because it's not as simple as that. I don't think.
Going on Overwatch, maybe.
Cool old Overwatch though.
Good old fashioned Overwatch.
222.
Thank you.
Who's that
viewers.
from?
Oh,
Hold action. The character may hold their action and wait to act later. So, if you wish to interrupt them, you'll have to pass an opposed initiative test.
Oh, okay.
And if you fail it, it just means I get to do whatever I was going to do before you do what you were going to do.
Okay.
So you can. Oh yeah, out of ammo. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So you're backing up and you're going to shoot at it if it comes out.
Yeah, so effectively on my turns when I actually throw the either clip or magazine to Brander,
Okay.
and I back up with a hold action. I will take fire if it shows itself to a
Okay.
place where I can see.
All right. So it's turn. All of a sudden, you see a bunch of alarms start to go off in the infirmary. Wonderful. And something that a couple of the doors from the top open up, and a couple of the doors in the main level open up as well. And that's my turn. I'm not going to send a rune to go twice.
All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the same. I'm gonna move and just do the hold action for taking a shot.
Take a shot at what?
With let's say the closest door that just opened up.
You're
We'll
going
swing over there and we'll.
to shoot at what?
Anything that happens to step outside
So
of
no
that
matter
door.
what it is, as soon as it steps out, you're going to take a shot?
You can just say anything that seems hostile.
Ah, that's hard to gauge.
Doesn't everything seem hostile right now?
Right. It's just friendly.
I assume I can't just say anything that seems hostile.
You can say
I'll
that.
try my best to. Anything that seems hostile at the moment it steps out in this freaky deaky infirmary that the lights are going
freaky
crazy.
deaky.
So yep.
Anything that seems hostile.
Yep, seems hostile.
GM's discretion.
Yep, so
Got
we're
it.
just moving.
right.
Bounding.
All right, so my turn. All of a sudden, out of the door that you were just saying,
I
comes
knew something was coming out of that door.
comes out a combat servitor. It comes out, and this one just has a big claw.
And I'm,
It seems to be hostile because it's got a claw and it's moving towards you.
I guess it seems I'm going to shoot at it.
All right, take a shot.
bang, 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 bang. How far away is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 30 meters away.
Nice.
Okay, so no penalties, no benefits. But there wasn't a name. So yeah, he
This
understands
encounter
seven.
may have benefited from the table being set up, just to kind of keep an eye on how far everything is. This is it's going to be defense 2, but there's stuff in the way, so we'll make it 3.
I get a crit, and I can.
Shift 2 dice,
2.
and you get 1 into the glory.
I'm gonna pull it out in a second.
Yeah. Do you want to do it
Just a
officially?
hit. How much damage?
So we are 7, and I guess I can just shift these 2 into it. So 7, 3. So we're 9 plus another 2, so 11.
Any AP?
2.
Okay, you destroy it. This is with your what? A hot shot volley gun?
Yep.
So it comes around the corner, wham! It just tears it to shreds.
Or hot shot las gun.
Hot shot last. Oh, not a volley gun. It's hot shot last gun. So you just gun it down, and it just collapses to the ground amidst all the burning. Oh, you got her. Nah, it doesn't matter what the wrath was. 'Cause you
Just for narrative purposes.
for narrative purposes, you light it on fire.
Nice.
Sweet.
It lands on the ground. Poof! It's just on fire from your hot shot last gun. This is great. Okay, after that, one of the other doors that opens up, another servitor comes out and starts making its way towards you. It's after it moves. This one also armed just with the clamp. Let's see, it's that. Yeah, so it just moves rapidly towards you. It ends about 15 meters away. Your turn.
All right, I'll take a shot at the servitor.
All right, give me D6 shock damage.
Is there any benefit for Abigail?
Nope.
Hmm.
Apparently a one-handed little person trying to staunch your wound
She's one-handed.
as you're trying to shoot a plasma gun doesn't seem to have any medical benefit.
3.
Who knew? So you take 3 shock damage. Now, from now on, you're just going to take 1 shock damage whenever you try to use that arm in combat. So this first one was the biggest shock. From now on, you use that arm at all until the bleeding is gone.
Close rapid fire.
Killed that servitor pretty good.
Yeah, got it.
So it's 15 meters away.
Yeah, wow.
Defense
What an
two.
awful roll.
I'm gonna read it.
Why would you roll there?
Right,
Yeah.
just
Why would you
spine
roll
of the
the
book.
belly?
All right.
Hey, double 6?
Double 6.
Box.
You need 2.
Two.
So just look at the number of 6s you get to shift. That's all you really care about.
2. Get a shift 2. So 3. And I 1 in there.
Oh, you're gonna put 1 in there instead of shifting it?
Ooh. We are kind of.
Are we
No, we're at
full?
4. We're at 4.
We're at 4?
Oh,
Then I'll shift 2.
Give me a die.
Epic though. So I'll be shifting 2.
Okay. How much damage?
So 2 damage. Does +1.
If I killed it, don't we know the math on this that it's already dead?
Yeah.
With the plasma?
Yeah. I did 11 damage with.
Oh yeah, and this is at least 15.
Yeah.
Yes, you kill it.
Okay.
All right, it comes closer and you kill it. My turn. 1 comes at the upper level and it walks out. This one, it's got a heavy bolter in its arm.
Awful.
Of course it does.
And it looks down and it starts spraying. Let's see. What is its ballistic skill? Just 4.
Who's a firing at?
everyone.
Terrifying.
Now it's not.
Abigail.
This poor ganger.
It is more than 30 meters away. So it's gonna be. We're gonna have it at 40 meters away. So it does not get its rapid fire.
She's getting killed by everything.
I just picture her running around just getting hit by bullets no matter what she does.
It looks like a big shield to their stump.
Okay, we're gonna randomize what he's gonna shoot at.
You could just let her.
Yeah, but then she can fire.
Dutch. He levels the. It levels the heavy bolter at you. What's your defense? 2.
Yeah.
Awful.
All right. Wow. Ballistic skill of 4. I fail.
Ooh.
I am re-rolling. I only got 1. And there's the 2, 3, and I actually rolled 6, so I get a ruin. Back to 2 ruin. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Don't cheer that.
Heavy
Someone's gotta
bolters. 12 plus 2 damage, AP -1, brutal.
I love brutal.
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 Brutal. Okay, so we're looking at 12. Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. So 12 damage, AP -1.
My resilience is 8.
With your armor?
Yeah.
So 7. So you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Would you like to soak it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to soak it. So it's 2.
Cost you a shock to try.
On the bright side, I'm about to get a plasma gun.
And then it's you just roll whatever your soak is, correct?
Yeah. You don't need a wrath die for it, but whatever. Don't roll it in the crease.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, I only 3. So 3.
So you take 4 shock damage and 2 wounds.
How much shock did you have left though?
2. So I go to 0 shock.
So you're exhausted and you take 3 wounds.
You had to spend.
And I'm down.
Attacked, right?
And you're down.
I'm down.
One of those heavy bolter rounds connected.
Boom! And Dutch goes down again. Awesome. All right, somebody else's turn.
Is there
Still
any,
the same combat round.
is there any terminal or anything where I'm able to turn this alarm off?
Ooh.
There are terminals nearby. I don't know if you'll have much luck. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, I'll try something.
Okay, so you're doing it in a combat round.
Yep.
And so you're distracted. We're going to add difficulty for that. And you're trying to hack into something that isn't exactly intended for. I'm going to make it a 7. I'm going to make this a very hard tech check.
7? Okay.
I believe.
Got me right on the bone.
Oh, kill it.
Oh, well, look at that.
2, 4, 7, 8.
Ooh, can you shift anything?
You can't shift then?
No.
Oh!
Can't shift, but I can do it.
Okay, so you hack into it. So this is your final? You're not going to do anything? Okay, so you hack into it, and you do manage to turn off the alarm. It does not seem to shut down the combat servitors, although you do notice the protocols to it in there, but you're not yet able to access them. The alarm is turned off. Is that everybody? There's Brander, who's got a stub gun. Stubber, sorry. Which, you can shoot it. Sure, why not? He's heavily wounded. So its defense is going to be 2, 4. It's at long range, so is it +1 for the long range or is it +2?
Oh, I can't remember.
I think let's make it 2. 6. What's the skill of 6? Here we go. Wow, he hits.
Brander's the best.
Yeah, but it's just a stubber though. So 7 plus a die, 7, and that causes shock damage only.
I want Brander to make it to the end.
Shuts it down. The one with the heavy bolters got shut down.
Bang!
It just looks out, bang! It somehow connects just at the right spot, and it's like, dude. So he didn't kill it. He more just like took all its shock away.
Brenner's gonna end up looking like Two-Face at the end of this.
Good shot.
Yeah. Okay. After him, you see one more combat servitor come out of the fourth door at the top, and this one is not armed with a heavy bolter. It's just another clamp one. And it comes out and it jumps down the level and it starts making its way towards you, but it's good 30 meters away at this point.
Can I shoot mine?
New round. Hold on.
I haven't gone yet in that round.
Oh, were you readying yourself? No, you're readying yourself to shoot the doctor. If she came
Can I go
back
first? Is that the same round?
out. Yeah.
All right.
So new round.
This is true. This is true.
I'm not going to spend a rune to go first. This combat servitor is 30 meters away.
It's 30 meters away.
It's 30 meters away.
30 meters
This combat servitor
away.
is 30 meters away.
30, the parkour bot.
Yeah, I was kind of curious. He was gonna zombie over the edge. Just boom.
Yeah, like did he vault it or?
He was really
I'll
cool
go
when
on
he was-
this one. How close am I to the plasma gun?
You're just a few meters away. You can walk
Also,
it.
am I qualified to use a plasma gun?
Why wouldn't you be?
I don't know.
There's no rules in this game for that, so sure.
And so sorry, I'm how far away from it?
Just a few meters. Like you can get there with a regular
I was about
move.
to say 30.
Yeah, I guess I will go a few meters and pick up.
Simple action, pick it up,
Yep.
turn. It's 30 meters away. What are you gonna do?
Let's shoot at the servitor.
You gonna overcharge?
No.
Only idiots do that. It's not in half range. You don't have any reloads for it,
Nope. Not doing anything. I'm just shooting it.
so it's just regular ballistic skill against
what's mine?
defense. It's gonna have some cover here, so 3.
3.
Oh, what? He's got such bad defense.
Okay.
That's a
so
server.
I hit it.
You don't get to shift,
Nope.
so it's dead.
Yeah.
So you just turn, boom, and you frag it. Okay, who's next?
I'm gonna. I'll go up.
Saving was really
I'm
important.
gonna go up to Dutch. I'll go next. I'll go up to Dutch and start dragging his body towards the escape door.
So you're not gonna try to stabilize him? He's bleeding pretty bad from the heavy bolter round.
Ah, crap. All right, I'll try and stabilize him.
All right, Medicaid 3. Are you injured at all?
No, actually, I'm still.
Medicaid, just a difficulty 3.
Do I get +1 because I'm in the infirmary?
No, you don't have time. You don't have time to use the equipment.
There's a big chart that tells you what to do.
Well, fail.
No complications though.
You don't have any wrath, do you?
I do, but you know,
Just let him bleed out.
getting 3 on 3 dice is so tough. I'm gonna hold on to this wrath for now. We'll get you. And that's my action. That's my turn. My action is that's my move. Yep, I'm done.
Okay, who's next?
Do I want to heal him or do I want to turn off these servitors?
The servitors are all gone, as far as
They're
I
all-
can see.
they're all gone?
All 4 of them. There's 4 doors open. 4 servitors came out, and all 4 are dead.
Okay, so that makes this easier then.
You're gonna go try to patch up.
Let's stabilize
Dutch.
Dutch. Again.
Again.
Up, down,
Are you
up,
injured
down.
at all?
I'm lightly.
So you
it's
need a 4 then.
Which I get.
Okay, you get a wound. Or no, you're
And
stabilized.
the shift.
Stabilized.
The shift doesn't do anything in the stabilizing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Darn.
Darn.
It's still
Oh, you can shift it to the glory though.
Yeah. I will.
Another
I'm
glory.
excited for you.
That's all 6.
All right, so then your turn. You don't have to do a defiance check, and we start a new round.
Okay, well, I'll just do my previous plan where I grab Dutch. Now that I see the bleeding has slowed down, and I'll drag him towards the door that I locked earlier.
I just put the towel back
All right, you
on
get him.
you.
You get him to the door, and you're able to hit the console and open it up, and you're able to drag him out of the room.
Let's go. That's what I said.
Are the rest of you following suit? The 2 of you following suit? Brander follows suit.
Yeah, I'll follow
He
suit.
runs out.
Yep.
Okay, so you all get out to the hallway. You shut the door.
Can I try and lock it?
It technically
Yeah.
still has your locking mechanism on it, right?
That's true. I want to lock it better. I want to change the code permanently.
Okay. Difficulty 5 to really hack it up, though.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Or you can just do like a movie thing and shoot it, because that locks the door, right?
That's how that works, yeah.
Smash it.
I could use wrath to make that happen.
You know, if you want to, I'll let that happen.
I'll roll first.
You roll first. Well, you got to make a choice.
I
Man.
call
You
it
got a complication.
complication. Door just.
Yeah, the door opens.
Door opens.
All right, so you're like, and it jams open.
Yes.
Wonderful. Good old complications. Okay, well that's my turn. Well, are we doing turns?
Oh, we're in a narrative
open
/combat.
narrative combat.
Whatever. So what's everybody else doing? You're unconscious.
Yeah.
So much.
I'm just pointing the plasma gun towards the now open door.
What's the game plan then? What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the thing beside the door. I pull out my stubborn. Bang, bang.
You destroy it.
Awesome.
The door stays open.
Oh, now we have less options.
Had to try. Had to try.
You know what? Just roll your just roll the wrath die to see if you get a complication on when you shot it.
I don't.
No, you don't get a complication. You don't run out of ammo. Or shoot your friends by accident. Or a gas pipe. Okay, what are we doing? Nothing
Sir,
seems to
what
be
are we
coming.
doing?
Nothing seems to be coming from the room.
Oh, jeez. I say we leave this beast in peace and get on with the mission.
Yeah.
Yep. Just I'm gonna throw. Well, not throw, but I'm gonna shoulder Dutch there.
Big guy.
Wow.
6'11".
I'm pretty.
Yeah, you're just as big, aren't you?
You're 6'7" or something.
I'm like
that?
6'6". Yeah, 6'6".
Yeah,
6'7".
it doesn't matter how big you are. Carrying is 6'11" is gonna be. You can do it. You can totally do it.
Hitting his head off the bulkheads when you walk through.
Ding, ding.
And then Brander to the listening post. Let's go.
Okay. You mean the guard post, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I said listening post. The guard post.
All right, let's head there. And you guys all start trotting down the corridor towards who knows what mayhem next, right? And we're gonna end there.
Oh, jeez. Usually, not avoiding encounters is something I don't like
Not
normally
in our
doing.
nature, no.
Yeah, but I just did not want to go in that room. No, it's smart of that monster to go and hide and fight on its own terms. And we said, no, you know what? Let's just not fight.
I mean, hopefully it's not sour, but you're shooting it with a bolter. Live and let live.
Yeah. Oops. I'm sorry.
Maybe I just wanted to talk, like the other.
So you'll come across a two-headed mutant and just have a discussion with it. But another mutant comes out with a single head. Oh no, that's heresy.
sorry.
No, one-headed views are wrong.
It needs to be two, or it's heresy.
Yeah, but this one's got guts spilling out of it.
And, yeah, to be fair,
And
like the other one, we
octopus
found
arm.
it in a spot that you would expect to find a mutant. Somebody was like, "You're gonna run into a mutant," and I'm like, "Oh, we're downstairs in some maintenance sewage hatch. That's where the mutant would be, not in the doctor's office."
The mutant doctor. You know what? Maybe we just overly judged. This mutant could have been a doctor.
Well, it had a doctor's coat on.
Yeah.
Had a female's face. It was in the doctor's office.
You know what?
I think you just shot some lady.
I think I
You just shot a doctor.
I think I just shot a qualified doctor.
You judged her for her size.
Yeah. Well, that's awful.
Wow, you-
Well, and her mutant
Oh.
tentacle arm.
No, you know what? My mother
There is
always
that.
taught me
There
never
is
judge
that.
a book by its cover. And I just 100%. I'm sorry, everyone. I
Just murder hoboed your way through that one.
I did. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I shot your NPC.
It's okay. It's your choice. You know,
They'll be back.
get
Yeah.
medical attention for the person who's missing a hand, or shoot the doctor.
Yeah.
You know, whichever you like.
I mean, the person missing a hand is fine now.
You're still missing a hand.
I'm still just lightly wounded.
We can
You're
always
still
get a
missing a
fake
hand.
hand later on.
A spatula or something.
Okay, well, we're gonna end there.
Horrible
Of course, those
SpongeBob
on the live
SquarePants
stream, you can
nightmare.
stay for the after game chat, but we're going to be posting this up on YouTube on Friday as usual. So remember, next week, once again, we're not going to be doing the stream on Tuesday. We're going to be doing it during the 24-hour live stream. Wednesday, our Wrath and Glory will be a Wednesday night. It'll start between 5 and 5:30. We're going to be doing a double session. So this would be like the halfway mark of the double session.
That's not bad.
No, I think we could go for another few
It'll be a
hours.
bit of a marathon, but it'll be fun.
It'll definitely be an hour. We'll be tired by the end, I'm sure.
I guess after WarGaming.
So thank you so much for joining us this week. Happy role playing.